Good evening, Clinton County sports fans. Bill Corral, John Lopez, Wally Corder, and special guest announcer Tony Pennicow down here on Main Street in Lock Haven for the Summer Showdown, first one. I don't want to say annual because it's the first one, but hopefully, we got a good turnout, so hopefully it'll be a future event for us every summer. We got a bunch of different boxers down here. They got the ring erected in the middle of Main Street. There's lots of people sitting around watching. Should be a good time, John.
Yeah, very much so. A 9-card bout, a break between the 5th and 6th bouts. And again, this is being presented through the auspices of Commonwealth University, Lock Haven Boxing Club, USA Boxing, and the National Collegiate Boxing Association. And there will be 5 LHU boxers on the card, and what's really cool, they are all Central Mountain graduates. They are Rocco Stark, Caleb Young, Slade Severino, Stephen Heverly, and Nehemiah Omo-Osagie. The crowd coming in, the rain came through a couple hours ago. They had plenty of time to set up this elaborate setup for this event. The ring has to be leveled, it has to be plumbed, and we're hooked up, Bill Crow and Wally, 4 cameras in operation. Bill was up on top of the old Addie's building, 3 floors up. How was that for you, Bill?
It was a little warm up there, getting the crawl space. You get on those flat rubber roofs and it absorbs heat. So people now are looking at our overhead cam, courtesy of RCC. And then we also have our main front ring camera that shows everything. And then we got a camera in the red corner. We got a camera in the blue corner. So Wally Corder will be your director. He'll be switching it back and forth between camera angles. So hopefully we got everything covered that we need to see, and hopefully there's some good fights.
Yeah, it should be fun. It's scheduled to start at 5:30. We may not make that exactly, but it's going to be close, and it's going to go on. Seems to me when we did the one over the winter, it lasted like 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, that one I think had 13 bouts in it.
Okay.
This one has 9, so you got 3-minute rounds. So I figured, I was trying to do the math in my head. You got 3, 6, 9 minutes per match or bout, and then 9 bouts, that's 81 minutes. So we should be in and out of here, if my math serves me right, hopefully under 2 hours, about 7:30.
And it's really unique. Not since there used to be fights down in front of the Texas half a century ago. Probably the last time there were fights on Main Street.
Right.
And there were some great ones, or so they say, and I could get into anecdotes 224 through 226, but this isn't the time or the place for that. This is very cool. And of course, highlighting the card, as I see my sister out taking pictures, highlighting the card, the very first bout is my great-nephew, Caleb Young.
Okay.
He's got a kid from Canada.
Okay.
And he's looking forward to boxing the kid from Canada.
Yeah, I think there's, so looking at the cards here, we have Crandall University from Canada. There's a couple of independent clubs from, I think, State College and maybe DC. And then we have University of Connecticut, Westchester University, Ohio State University, University of Penn State. So there's probably 5 or 6 different schools and clubs here today.
This is not fly-by-night stuff. This is officially sanctioned.
Yes.
Again, John Stout, the coach, and Ken Cooper and their staff had to really spend a lot of money, so they're going to pass the hat here tonight,
right,
if and when you come.
Well, it is a fundraiser for the boxing club.
Yeah.
I know they're just a club. They're not. I don't think it's it's not like a division whatever school like sport. I don't believe. Oh, yes, please.
All right. Am I allowed to have one? All right, I'll take it.
There we go.
Thank you.
Brought you free water, John. Keep you hydrated here.
Exactly.
I guess we got the tent up, but as the sun goes down, it's probably going to creep underneath the tent here, so we might have to drop one side of it over on this side to keep us in the shade. But
I would say that the officials, Ray Barone is the NCBA chief of officials. Jamil Ali is the official in charge. The referee judges are Jackie Greenlee, Andrea Newman, Gary Jordan, and Pompey Stubbs. And the ring physicians, medical staff, doctors Keith Adams, Larry Cox, and CRNP, Amy Adrian. What's a CRNP?
That I know. Ask Coop. He's right there.
What's a CRNP, Coop?
Certified Registered Nurse Practitioner.
Oh, okay. Very good. How you holding up, Ken? Ken, you all right?
Easy now.
Yeah, you got it. Is everything in readiness?
Everything looks good.
Stay well hydrated, but don't take my water.
He said keep a close eye on it.
Yeah, I'll put it over here. So that's the deal. Again, we're going to be starting pretty soon. What do you think? What's the game time to start, ballpark?
As soon as his officials give them the okay, they'll be ready to roll.
All right. Very good.
So
Frank Cooper, just remarkable what he does.
So for those folks at home that are debating whether or not to come down, I saw Leo's is out front selling, I don't know if it's gelatos or not. Main Street Grill has tables out there. You can dine and watch it. And
I'm a little disappointed Fitness Unlimited didn't open up for this.
The official just knocked our camera.
Mingle your water with my water. Again, we want to thank Dave Kelly and Alexander Subaru for allowing Clinton County Sports to be here. This is very cool. Yes. We're just back from Uniontown where the Keystone Little League team did really well.
I'm looking for your cohort now. I don't know where Tony is.
Tony said he was going to he brought his Apollo Creed attire.
Okay. I see he has the socks and shoes on now, so hopefully
he'll be checking in. Here's the sports note we just found out about, and Wally and Bill had told me this, and I misunderstood which team he signed with. But Zane Probst, who had shoulder problems when he went away to Alabama, was doing really well baseball-wise with the Crimson Tide. He's back throwing after a year and a half. I understand he'll be here tonight, and he's signed with the State College Spikes, team that won the first half. He's pitching. He's made 3 appearances already for the State College Spikes. They're in the same league with the Williamsport Crosscutters. So we're going to try to get Zane to stop by. So this is the place to be.
All right, I'm going to pass off the headset to the talent here.
The main man, all the way from Philly, PA. Take a seat. Do I call you Tony? What should I call you tonight? Tony Pinnicale's in the house.
Hey, John, you can call me Tony Tornado.
You got your Rocky shirt on?
You know it, you know it.
Did you bring me a tomato, whatever it was?
I did not.
Yeah, way to go, Tony.
I'm sorry. I brought you the cape and hat, didn't I? I did that just for you.
All right, you got your Phillies wristbands on?
I got the wristbands on, I got the socks on, the tassels, the shoes. They take the longest to put on. The shorts, the shirt, the hat, the cape, like that.
So you're going to be doing anything besides sitting in and helping me? You're going to be performing at all?
Well, if they'd like me to get up in the ring and do a little show, do a little dance, take some photos, I'll be always happy to do so. Anything I can do to help Lock Haven Boxing.
So you just came up here today? You hit some rain on the way up?
Yeah, we drove up today. My parents came up for the ride with me, get them out of the house. They're retired. They always want something fun to do. So we came up. We hit 2 5-minute periods of downpours. And then other than that, smooth sailing.
You're involved in amateur boxing. Is it unusual, or are you familiar with anybody doing what John Stout and Cooper doing here on Main Street in the middle of summer?
This is definitely unique. I know I wouldn't say collegiate programs have done this, but I know there have been some outdoor boxing shows. I went to a professional fight card about 20 years ago. It was outdoor, and thankfully the weather cooperated. That was right outside of Philadelphia. And I knew a couple of the guys fighting on that card. But this is the first outdoor card I've been to in 20 years.
So let me, hey Bill, quick, can you turn the headset volume up just a hair for me? I hate to be a pain, sorry. So what was I going to ask you? I had a really good question. Oh, so it's in the upper 80s temperature-wise. The fighters have to pace themselves? Does that affect them to what degree?
Well, one of the things I said earlier was there should be no problem warming up tonight. But the fighters will have to stay cognizant of staying hydrated. I know a lot of times you'll see boxing shows out in, there used to be a lot of outdoor shows at the Mirage in Las Vegas. That's where the Fan Man flew into the ring that time.
Okay.
And sometimes you would get like an outside bout, and it would be hot. And these fighters, I know they said the one time Mike Tyson and Razor Ruddock were fighting outside in June, and they said that it was so hot and so dry, they were like dehydrating almost a pound a round. And you really had to keep that, yourself hydrated between rounds.
So do you traditionally drink a lot of water before you fight, or do you avoid that if you were indoor?
I wouldn't say you would drink as much. You always want to keep your body hydrated. You want to be at peak performance when you get in the ring, but at the same time, you don't want to be bloated.
So now you're in upper 80s. Do you drink a lot before you fight today, or just between rounds, or none of the above?
You're going to get some. You definitely want to have some in you before the fight. Not too much where you're walking around sloshing. And then between rounds, you want to keep yourself hydrated. And that way you're at peak performance, because once you get dehydrated...
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
I think it's almost showtime. I think I hear Sean the Spinner Carey, the ring announcer, welcoming everybody again. Let me again set the stage here. We're in downtown Lock Haven, East Main Street, between Vesper and Grove, right in front of what used to be Fitness Unlimited. And we're elated to be here to present this on Clinton County Sports. There are 4 cameras set up by Bill and Wally. Bill was up on top of the old Addie's building a while ago. So you're seeing that shot right now. This is really cool, what's going on here. And it's going to go on for a couple hours. Again, Main Street Grill and Leo's are both open. Leo's has a special interest in this because Rocco Stark,
yes,
one of the LHU boxers, works there. His mother and Craig Stark, and Leo, of course, are the people that have that business here. So this is cool for them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially like, they never did anything like this when I was up here, because most of our boxers were, remote. I'd be back in Philly. Eric Dattis would be back in Philly. We weren't up here during the summer.
I think we're starting.
Yes, we got the first fight in the ring.
I think they're ready to go.
Let me get my bout sheet ready.
De Niro Reisker from Crandall University, somewhere in Canada, going against my great nephew, Caleb Young.
Yes.
So I had to root for Caleb, or my sister will disown me. You have your own bracket.
Yes, sir.
For the playing of our national anthem. First off, the national anthem of Canada.
Bill's Happy Camper RV Sales and Service in Mill Hall is your go-to destination for premier RV sales and maintenance. Since its inception in 2003, Bill's Happy Camper has dedicated itself to equipping outdoor enthusiasts with the perfect travel trailers and fifth wheels for unforgettable camping experiences. Offering you an extensive selection of top-tier models, Bill's Happy Camper says good luck to the Keystone softball and baseball all-star teams.
There's a lot of things that go into a great deal. At Blaze Alexander Subaru in Muncie, we'll always go the extra mile and make them even better. Like low rates. Get 2.9% for 72 months on a 2025 Crosstrek. Or even lower. Get 0.9% for 63 months on a 25 Outback. And we've always got the full lineup of new Subarus in stock. And maybe most importantly, because of the volume of the Blaze Alexander family dealerships, we're able to give you not just hundreds, but even thousands more for your trade. Because at Blaze Alexander Subaru, we're taking the deals the other guys won't, guaranteed.
The Carroll Truck Garage and Alignment Center specializes in cars and heavy-duty trucks, offering tires, brakes, state inspection, and tandem aligning. All at the Carroll Truck Garage and Alignment Center, 1959 East Valley Road, east of Luganton.
A few short months months ago at NCPA Nationals in Indiana.
All right, we're ready to go. We're going to have Caleb Young, his first year as a boxer at LHU. And this is 156 pounds against Nero Reisker. Crandall University. Are you familiar with Crandall University?
I am not. This is the first time I've seen Crandall University.
So the Crandall kid will be in the kind of light blue with the gold trim, and of course, my great nephew, he'll be in the LHU boxing shirt. Should be easy to identify.
Well, they're going to do an award ceremony for Mike Camposano and University of Connecticut.
Oh, okay. People are coming in again. It's Main Street between. They're taking up every nook and cranny to get a good seat here. A lot of celebrities here. The Weckel twins are here. My sister's here. You're here. Wally's in the tent. The boxers are patiently waiting for the go-ahead to fight. But yeah, I know this gentleman from Connecticut has a close tie with Lock Haven, and I know that Louis Anastas. Stella Hayes is one of the LHU sponsors for this event. They have a good relationship. I believe the Connecticut boys will be dining there while they're in town. Sean Carey again on the PA system. Again, it's called Summer Showdown 2025. I think we're ready to go.
Let's get started. Our first bout.
The sun has... I'm glad Tony's head wasn't in that headset with it. Thank you.
Representing Crandall University of New Brunswick, Canada, Nero Reisker.
Tony found out something.
Across the way. Boxing out of the red corner, representing Lock Haven University.
What you just learned? What'd you find out?
He's asking if the camera was on. They gave me a thumbs up, so.
Oh, okay.
I'm the audio, I'm not the visual.
Okay. The referee, do you know which referee that is?
Yeah, Ray Barone.
Okay.
Ray Barone's been veteran referee.
Okay. So these guys know what they're doing.
Yes.
And the primary concern is the health of the kids, right?
Safety of the kids, fighters, integrity of the bout. Make sure, rules are followed. No low blows, no punching behind the head, called a rabbit punch, no holding and hitting. So Caleb had a big win at the Lock Haven boxing show back in February. Just took a right hand there.
So it's uncharted waters, right? There's no way he knows anything about this kid, right?
Most likely not. I mean, unless Crandall University was at the Nationals this past year, which I am not 100% sure. So, nice jab, Caleb. Got a body shot in there. So this opponent, Reisker, looks he's a little bit taller. So what Caleb needs to do is he needs to shorten that distance in there. Use his jab to get his way in. If he gets him to lead with that hook again, he can counter that.
Kid's very aggressive.
Very aggressive. We'll call Caleb with a good left hand and right hand follow.
You might hear some of the Crandall people encouraging their boxer here to our immediate left. They are.
As I said, Reisker's very aggressive, and he's trying to keep Caleb in the ropes on the corner, keep him on his back heels. That was a good left hook there as well by Reisker. And Caleb being a very young fighter, he needs to learn what happens in a situation like this when you are getting hit, when the guy's trying to back you up, how to keep them at bay. And that punch right there, the jab, is the best way to do it.
Reisker looks a little bit like Prince.
I see that, yes.
That's the end of the first round. I think you'd have to score that for Reisker.
Yes, absolutely. They use a 20-point must system where the winner would get 20 points, the loser 19 or less. So that round, I would say 2019. It was a competitive round, but Reisker definitely had the advantage. He was the aggressor. He landed the cleaner punches.
Tony Panikiel with us. Is this cool or what, Tony? I mean, there's several hundred people and more people coming in all the time. I mean, they're going all the way down past Leo's down the street. The sun's going behind the clouds, so it's really about as pleasant as it can be for this time of year.
Yes, true. I mean, it was warm earlier, but it is nice, and it's a good event for the crowd.
So how long is the break between rounds?
1 minute. So you have college boxing is a 2-minute round with a 1 minute break in between.
Again, this kid that Caleb is facing is from Crandall out of Canada.
In Caleb's corner is 2 veteran Lock Haven coaches who were former national champions, John Stout and Comanche Garcia. I had the opportunity to coach Comanche when he was a freshman. And then Stout came along about a year later. Oh. So I'm sure they're telling him between rounds is he's got to get back to using that jab, and he's got to get his punches off first.
That kid really is doing it right now.
So if you notice what Reisker's doing, which is a very tactical move, when he just switched to left-handed stance, the southpaw stance, to try to throw Caleb off. And then Caleb took advantage of that, landing a good right hand. What you'll see Reisker doing there, when they're standing up, his headgear came loose, they're going to have to take a timeout to fix that. What you'll see Reisker do is when they're standing in front, he'll do a pivot move and end up on an angle. And when he does that, he is in a punching lane where Caleb is not. So that's a very good, very experienced tactic there. Dr. Cox used to stretch that almost every gym session. Use your pivots, use your footwork to create angles and create opportunities where you can punch and your opponent can't.
Caleb got a little break there on that timeout for the equipment for his opponent. He looks a little fresher.
See that pivot in there?
Like a bull.
Yeah.
Can that kid walk into something?
Absolutely. When he comes in, he's aggressive, and he uses good footwork to set his angles, but he can definitely walk into one. Caleb did succeed in landing a right hand earlier this round, so you have to time them. And what you may want to do is use a feint, which is you fake a punch to draw them in, and then you step and you hit them with the one that doesn't come.
Ooh.
They will do a whistle when there's 10 seconds to go in the round to let the fighters know there's 10 seconds to go. And Reisker made the error where he turned like he thought the round was over. That happens in professional boxing as well. They'll do that 10-second tap on the mat, and some fighters will drop their hands and they'll get hit. And I've seen fighters get knocked out.
So Caleb was the first of 5 LHU boxers. The next one up will be Slade Severino, the third bout at 185, and then Stephen Heverly at 147, the 5th bout. And then we have Nehemiah Omo-Osagie in the 7th bout, and Rocco Stark, the 9th, the headline bout at 156. So you're familiar with, I mean, these are new names to me. We know about Stark and about Young, Severino and Heverly and Omo-Osagie. I think they may all be just first year into the
believe
program.
They are.
All out of Central Mountain High School, which is cool.
Yeah. So Caleb is down on the scorecards right now, so he's really going to have to pick up the pace here. He's going to have to get off first. You even heard somebody in the crowd just say, "Don't wait," which means you can't wait for the other guy to punch. You got to sit there. You got to set the pace, set the aggressiveness.
Oh boy, he took one there.
He's taking them well.
Again, a fellow boxer from Crandall to our left, encouraging his fighter. So if Caleb would have lost the first 2 rounds, the only way he could win at this point would be a TKO, knockout, whatever.
In collegiate boxing with a 20-point scoring, so say Reisker won the first 2 rounds 2019, and then Caleb dominated the third round where he possibly won 2017. He could then still win on points, but he would really have to dominate this round.
Okay.
And Reisker is putting so much pressure on him right now, he's not allowing him to do that. This is a very well-schooled boxer Caleb's in there with. He seems like he's experienced. And this is, even if he doesn't win this bout, this is a good learning opportunity for him. I know as a freshman, I fought a gentleman named Mike Ward that was a junior, and he had about 20 bouts under his belt. I had 2. And he beat me at our home show, but it was a great learning opportunity.
Right.
And it only made me better. As they say, iron sharpens iron.
That was former LHU wrestling coach's Neil Turner. That was one of his lines. He used that. This one has to be winding down. The first of 9 here on Main Street. It's the Summer Showdown, LHU Boxing Club. Great event in the downtown.
Caleb tried to get a left hook in there, but he just wasn't able to turn it over. Now, Dr. Cox would always stress not to do what Reisker's doing right now, which is leaning on the corner when the fight's over. And the reason he would say that was, as a judge, as I said, there's a 20-point system. So say Reisker won the first 2 rounds 20-19, and then Caleb, say he won the third round 20-18, and it's tied on points, you have to select a winner. As a judge, you have natural instinct. You see a fighter leaning on the ropes, he looks like he's exhausted, and the other fighter is standing there and he looks fresh as a daisy. Sometimes, natural habit will say, I'm circling the fighter that looks like he still has gas in the tank. So Dr. Cox, he says, no matter how tired you are, you're done. Bounce. It's over. Feel relieved.
Watching my sister to see how she handles when the decision is announced. She seems to be okay to this point. So this is very cool. Downtown Lock Haven. Here comes the decision. Caleb took something of a beating. His complexion is very ruddy. But he hung in there. Let's see. We're still waiting for the verdict.
The judges' results.
Here we go.
And the winner by decision in the blue corner from Commonwealth University, New Brunswick, Canada, Danilo Reisker.
So there you go.
And you take that as a learning opportunity there.
Yep.
You fought an opponent that had a lot of experience. He had good coaching. He had good skill. And you learn from that. And you say, when I lost my first home show at Lock Haven, I fought that gentleman, as I mentioned earlier, Mike Ward. Mike Ward was a few years older than me. He was tall. He was a very rangy fighter. He had a good jab. And I got so excited that first round, I forgot my training, and I got a little sloppy in there, and he just stayed on his point, landed his jabs, landed his right hands. And then we had taken a bunch of photos that day, and this is when you had to print your photos out. And my dad gave me the photo album a couple days later, and the last picture in there was them raising his hand. And he goes, because that's the last thing I want you looking at, because that's what I want you remembering.
Yeah. I'm sure you never forgot that.
I didn't. 30 years later, I'm still bringing it up.
There you
but it
go.
made me work harder.
Again, it's live boxing on East Main Street, Summer Showdown 2025, presented by the LHU Boxing Club, sanctioned by USA Boxing. I mean, this is a big league event, folks. This isn't fly-by-night. Second bout coming up, and this is where we'll see what you know about these guys, Tony. Legacy Boxing and Fitness against Champion Boxing. Those are clearly not universities.
Yeah.
You ever heard of those?
I have not.
So I don't even know which is which.
Well, I'm going to take a guess, and the red corner is the Italian-looking kid, so Petrosini.
Where's the red corner? Over there?
Yes.
Okay.
That's to our right.
Over there where it's red. Okay.
Yeah. We're sitting right outside the blue corner.
Okay. All right. That's helpful.
Introducing the
Here we go.
Whoa, they didn't even introduce the participants.
Introducing the principals. First,
Woo, these guys are ready to fight.
Of the red corner, representing Legacy Boxing and Combat Sports Academy in State College, Pennsylvania. Vinny Petruccini.
He's from State College.
Okay.
And
his opponent across the way, boxing out of the blue corner, representing Champion Boxing and Fitness of Rockville, Maryland, Tristan Kavanaugh.
Rockville, Maryland.
oh, that's interesting. So there's apparently some kind of a legacy boxing and fitness program operating in State College.
Yeah.
I mean, they have everything up there, mixed martial arts and the whole bit.
I just thought it was funny. Like these two guys, they walk out, they start swinging. They're ready. They don't want to wait. Maybe there's some bad blood here. I don't know.
Wonder how Coop and John Stout. Well, John teaches in State College, so I'm sure he's familiar with what that program has. Vinny Petruccini, Legacy Boxing and Fitness. So which one we decided he was?
Well, Petruccini's the one in the red trunks.
Okay.
And he just took a good left hook. Tristan Kampa out of Champion Boxing, he's in the white trunks with the black trim. And he's got very quick hands. And it looks like there, when he throws his punches, he definitely gets in 3 and 4 punch volleys. Landed a nice right hand there. So that was a nice move where he feinted a left to the body and he came up with a right hand to the head by Kama. So taking a look at their styles here, Petruccini is a little bit taller, has a little bit longer arms. He's boxing mainly from the outside. Kama being a little bit shorter, it looks like he's trying to bring the aggressiveness. He just sidestepped a jab and landed a left hook uppercut.
Is there an ideal build for a boxer? Or a range? I would suspect there's probably a range height-wise.
Yeah, I wasn't it. I wasn't it.
I wasn't. Let's see, you were too tall.
Yeah. I was too tall if I was fighting 112 maybe. No, there really isn't. It just, you know, as humans, we're all built differently. We have different builds, different sizes, different arm lengths, and it's some fighters that are short, like Mike Tyson or Joe Frazier or Rocky Marciano, they did well by being short, and they were short and they fought shorter. There are some guys that were very tall, and like a Lennox Lewis, and they fought as a taller fighter. They fought well from the outside. You'll have some fighters that are shorter in stature, but maybe do have a good jab. And I'll bring a perfect name up, was a fighter out of Camden, New Jersey, back in the 70s and the 80s. His name was Dwight Braxton. He then changed his name to Dwight Muhammad Cowie. He was 5'7", and he fought between 190 pounds and 200+ pounds.
He had to kind of reach up to hit him.
He even fought George Foreman during Foreman's early comeback. And at 5'7", he was known for being able to out-jab taller opponents just because he knew the timing of a jab. And he knew how to stick his jab and coil it like a piston. And he was effective in backing guys up, being the shorter guy with his jab and out-jabbing taller guys.
This Tristan Kama, I love the shoes. Are there specialty shoes for boxers?
No, it looks like something you'd be able to get. You go to the Ringside or Title Boxing, their website, you'll get all different fancy designs like that anymore. I was more like standard, just black trunk or black shoes with like the white band on them, or the white with some tassels.
No showmanship?
A little bit. I got them cut off
I
at one
can't
time.
believe that.
Amazing, ain't it? I purposely wore tassels tonight because in one of my fights, they cut them off.
Okay.
So this is the first time I can be at a boxing event and wear tassels. So Petruccini looks like he is bleeding out of his nose from some of the clean shots that he's taken. And like I said, in amateur college boxing, they are going to want to take all the precautions necessary to ensure that the fighter's safety.
A stiff breeze is blowing through while he's hanging onto a canopy. They're back fighting. That was a quick repair job.
Yeah, they probably took a look at him, stemmed the blood to make sure that there was no injury, like a broken nose or anything like that, and felt that he was able to continue.
These guys look technically pretty good, right? Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, and I would say Kama's a very well-skilled fighter. He's very aggressive. He throws his punches in combination. Now they're doing an official doctor check on Petrosini to see if there's any structural damage to his nose with the nosebleed.
So if it's just a continuation of a fairly substantial nosebleed, can it be stopped?
Yes.
The judgment of the referee.
The doctor would make that determination.
Doctor,
yes.
Okay. Again, this is the second bout. The first one went to De Niro Reisker of Crandall University out of Canada over Caleb Young out of Castania, Lockhaven University. So we still have Petrosini being tended to.
And Dr. Keith Adams is the physician working in that corner. Dr. Adams is a veteran physician, and they're stopping this fight.
Oh, they are stopping.
They are stopping this fight. So Dr. Adams obviously saw something that he did not like.
So how do you score that? What do you call that?
That's going to be called an RSC, which is Referee Stops Contest /M, which is medical.
All right.
And that's second row. So RSCM2. Yes.
I got it. Well, that's too bad, because that was a pretty good fight.
That was an entertaining scrap. That comment was impressive. He threw his punches in bunches. He came. I enjoyed watching. I enjoyed that bout overall. And I enjoyed the way that he brought the action to his opponent. And I know how disappointed Petrosini is right now, because I had a fight stopped in my junior year on a cut in the mouth. And I felt that I could continue, and the doctors said, no, it's wide open, and we're going to stop this. And I said, please don't let me. And we're in the third round. Let me finish. And they said, no, it's a bad cut. And Doctor won.
The opponent, once that happens, try to take advantage of that.
Well, in my
just continue his normal approach.
Well, the fight that I had when I got stopped with the cut in the mouth, the fight was stopped. They awarded the other, like an RSC3 medical against me. The fight was over. But if you were boxing and you see that a boxer has a bloody nose, you would be stupid not to talk. That's just like you're playing football and you're noticing that every time you run off the right side, you're getting 6-7 yards. Why run to the left side?
Right, if it ain't broke.
Yeah.
All right, 2 bouts in, 7 to go. Here comes an LHU boxer, Slade Severino.
I was talking to Slade before the bouts. I said to him, he trained a lot with Comanche Garcia. So I said to Slade, well, if you trained under Comanche and Comanche learned from me, so basically you learned from me by proxy.
So this bout is at 185 pounds. Declan Kerr from Connecticut. Connecticut with quite the entourage here.
Yeah.
So they're an established program, right?
Yes. I believe they tied for third in nationals this year. Mike Camposano, Campy, very good coach. One of my favorites. I like to give him a hard time, though.
Where is he?
He is right there standing over
okay.
The blue corner is kind of blocking us.
Got it. He looks like he's been doing it for a while.
Bill scared me there. He just flashed a photo, and I thought it was lightning.
We should line up Bill to fight. Who's the other photographer here? I'd take Bill. Never mind. All right, again, we want to thank Dave Kelly and Alexander Subaru as allowing us to be here to stream this. And again, if you want to see really good amateur boxing, tell your friends and neighbors to tune in. Clinton County Sports. Exclusive coverage here, just as we did with Keystone Baseball and Softball. And really happy to do that and getting soon gearing up for the fall sports season. Many sports to be covered. All right, we're ready to go. So what's the referee saying to him right now? Keep it clean?
Referee's basically just saying, keep it clean, don't go low. When I say break, follow my commands. if you score a knockdown or a standing 8 count, go to a neutral corner.
So this is Severino's first fight? I don't recall seeing his name.
I am not familiar with him. So if he fought on the Lock Haven show back in February, it would have been on the afternoon card.
Okay.
I only got a few moments to talk to him before the fight because he was starting to warm up with Comanche. I know from experience when it's time to shift your mindset, it's time to shift your mindset.
So how do you warm up to go out and box 3 rounds?
First thing I want to say is Severino needs to shorten his punches up. He was reaching with a few of them there where he's throwing the punch from too far out, just like that, and he's missing. So he's either got to step in with it or shorten them up. To warm up for a fight is first thing you want to do is you want to limber your body up. Shoulder, arm circles, twisting your body up, leg, raise your knees and all that. Get all your muscles nice left hand. Yeah. Get your muscles nice and limber. Then you want to do some shadow boxing. Get everything nice and loose. Then with your coach, you do some work on the pads. You obviously don't go full like you're working out because you don't want to burn yourself out. But you go out there, you throw punches. Pop, and then he'll hit you around the side to make sure your hands are up and get you a nice good sweat before you get in the ring. And like I said, tonight that shouldn't be hard.
A lot of bobbing and weaving in this one.
Yeah, it's definitely using a lot of head movement. And Declan Kerr landed a couple good jabs when Severino wasn't punching.
Go for it.
Oh, there you go.
So that was a nice.
I think he's holding his own, right?
He is.
I'd say probably if I were scoring it, would we give that to him?
I would.
Wally, how do you score that one, buddy?
I'd say Slade.
Wally's pretty good. Wally knew how the teams were going to end up at the state baseball tournament. He beat Bill and me. He had it figured out. If you're following that, Hollidaysburg and I believe Abington are playing in the loser bracket final to meet Glenmore Eagle. Are you familiar with Glenmore Eagle?
I am not.
Chester Springs. They're dominating. We were out in Uniontown the last 3 days, Monday through Wednesday, for the State Little League Major Tournament. Keep your ear out for Glenmore Eagle. All right. Outstanding 12-year-old baseball team. Because I think they're good enough to win at Bristol, the regionals, and get to the World Series. But they were really good. Keystone did really well. They finished in the top 6 in the state, the 12-year-old baseball team from here. All right, here we go, round 2.
So that first round, Severino was landing some very nice straight left hands, just like he did there. And then he got caught with the counter right hand, then he got knocked off balance. Could have been they might have got their feet tied up a little bit too. But Severino found a home for that straight left hand. He's got to be a little bit more aggressive with his jab though. His jab could be your best friend. It can help you set the range, and it can, like what they say in hockey, it can shield your opponent's eyes, so that way you can land your backup punch.
Again, we're on Main Street. It's the Summer Showdown, first ever 2025. Lock Haven Boxing Club putting on a great show. Hundreds and hundreds of people here, seated, standing, enjoying the show. And hope that you are wherever you may be watching on Clinton County Sports. Thanks again to Dave Kelly and Alexander Subaru.
So every time, if you notice that every time Kerr is trying to throw a right hand, a veteran move that Severino was doing is he's taking a little bit of a step back and he's landing a left hand and he's just scoring a standing 8 count. He landed a solid straight left hand and the referee saw Kerr freeze a little bit and he decided to call a halt in the action and give a standing 8 count to observe to make sure that he is okay and able to continue.
So based on how he's setting up, this is a dumb question, but is it fair to say he's left-handed dominant?
It sure looks, and especially like sometimes you'll see boxers that are right-handed fight in a converted southpaw stance. but I definitely see the power from Severino is coming out of his straight left hand, his backhand. So he is a southpaw. He is a true southpaw. John, when I would train fighters, especially ones that are inexperienced, one thing I would say to them, I would tell them to get in the stance. They may not know how to get in the stance. I said, then pretend you're a pitcher for a baseball team and throw me a pitch. And instinctively, their power hand goes back, their back foot goes back, they raise their lead foot, and they throw me a baseball. I said, then why would you then put that power hand front?
Yeah.
Some people can box both left-handed and right-handed stances. Some, just like a baseball hitter, can bat both left-handed, right-hand stance. But the majority of fighters you will see will have their power hand as their backhand.
So are the majority of the names that everybody watching, listening would recognize, are those boxers predominantly right-handed, or is it a mix?
No, most boxers you see, professional, amateur, are right-handed just because the population is majority right-handed. Now, I was an anomaly because I was right-handed. I fought in a right-handed stance, but my power hand was my left hand.
How's that happen?
My backwards.
You didn't train that way. That's just the way it worked out.
Actually, in a way I did, because growing up I was a big Smoking Joe Frazier fan, even though he was retired.
Boy, he really is.
He landed another couple good left hands. It looks like they're going to
sorry.
call another standing 8 count. I was a big Smoking Joe Frazier fan, even though he retired when I was very young. And I had a tape of Joe Frazier, and they talked about his Philadelphia left hook. Well, then I need a left hook, and I would practice it for hours and hours and hours. And I developed a powerful left hook out of that.
Well, he really is doing quite well, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He landed another good straight left in there. Another one. It looks like Kurt doesn't have an answer for it. He's doing a little bit of a herky-jerky move to set up an opening, and then he fires that left. And he's finding a home for it.
Another one. That's the third one. Is that ended?
If it was in the same round, I would say yes. But
Okay. Not over yet.
oh, are they going to the physician? Is he bleeding out of the nose as well?
Again, it's the Summer Showdown 2025 on Clinton County Sports. I would think that Coaches Stout and Coop and the boys are pretty happy with
I would think
how
so.
many people were standing looking up Main Street. And then there's music later on Main Street. Main Street's blocked off. A huge turnout. This is really pretty cool. Did you think?
I think it's great. My parents are here. They rode up with me today, and they were back at the hotel. I said, you may want to get here now. I got you a parking space, but you may want to get your chairs set up, because if you don't, you're both short. You're not going to see anything because you're going to be way in the back.
This is really cool. All right, winding this one down. It looks pretty good for Severino, I would think.
You know, as long as he doesn't, get foolish and careless and get caught with a punch, he should be way ahead on the cards. Landed another good left hand.
That kid really can't land anything, can he? I mean,
Severino is doing a very good job. Nice counter left hand again. He's doing he was doing a very good job of letting his opponent throw a right hand, and he was shoulder rolling it off and countering with his left. That is a Comanche Garcia move.
Okay.
And I know it's a Comanche Garcia move because I taught that to Comanche Garcia back in 1998.
So does Comanche live around here?
Yes, he's local.
I know that Omo-Osagie is a guard at one of the area prisons, I think.
Yeah.
One of the assistants. So we're waiting for the decision. This is bout number 3. I think we're all going to award this one to Slade Severino.
Absolutely.
First bout went to De Niro Reiskar from Crandall University over Caleb Young from Lock Haven. Then we had a referee stops contest, medical, and here comes the decision.
And the winner by decision in the red corner.
There you go, Slade Severino. No surprise there, right, Tony?
Absolutely no surprise. He boxed very well there. Fought a composed bout. Didn't get sloppy. Opened up holes to land his right hand, or excuse me, his left hand.
It's starting to rain.
Uh-oh.
It's just a sprinkle. It's going to go away.
Yeah, I know. I just got to keep the computer dry. Just slide it back a little bit so we don't unfold.
And Mother Nature opens up.
Okay. The Germans, what, they have to put tarps out on the ring. Boy, that came out of nowhere.
I know.
The ground crew. You okay, Bill?
But you can tell from Renova. I'm just saying there.
I don't think it's going to last long. But boy, that... I think we're okay equipment-wise.
Well, that did pick up quick.
Yeah, just like that, it's raining. Wow.
So let's take a look at, let's see how the app has updated in the last 2 hours. Oh, yep, it definitely changed right now. 6:30, 94% chance of rain.
Whoop.
6:45, we're down to 15% chance. So it looks like it's going to be a quick hitter.
So again, we're live here. This will give you extra time to come down. We have 3 bouts in, 6 bouts to go. And it's a pretty good shower right now.
Yeah. I saw my mom go running by.
Well, that's really an interesting shot that we have.
Wow.
You can see the grounds crew doing a spectacular job covering the ring with a tarp. And it's a downpour right now. Out of nowhere. So bear with us, folks. You can see. Kind of put a damper on things temporarily here. Hopefully it won't hurt Clinton County sports equipment or the Clinton County sports announcers.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt the announcers. We're very delicate people.
Why is everyone coming in under our canopy?
I thought they I thought it was maybe because they liked us.
The canopy might have a small leak or two, but we're good.
Yeah.
So the people have scrambled. There's some huddled on their chairs with umbrellas up. Some people wisely brought umbrellas. Bill Krause keeping things as dry here as possible.
I mean, that picked up quick. I mean,
yeah.
It was like,
what was that? Oh, it's rain.
It says thunderstorms likely around 6:30, and then 94%. Then 6:45, we're down to 15%, partly cloudy.
So bear with us.
And then by 7:15, we're back to 63%.
So translate.
We need some one-round knockouts.
So translate that for us, Tony. We're going to be able to continue in that.
I think so. So if you look at the tracker here, it says right now we're in a moderate rainstorm. And it, says, it looks more than moderate to me, but it says a moderate rainstorm. And then, like I said, at 6:15, it goes down to 15%. Let's pull up the radar. You know, I always joke, I said, for a guy named Tornado, I hate the rain and I hate the wind. But look at that.
So what's Tony doing to amuse in your spare time when you're down in Philly? Are you putting on shows somewhere? What are you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm still trying to do games when I can. So I did one last weekend. Unfortunately, it was not a winning game, but I'm still 6-2 on the season. And then...
Better than Jordan Romano.
Ain't that the truth?
Better than Jose. Okay, let it go, John. Okay, so when are you going to be appearing, doing something? You went to an Iron Pigs game, did you say?
I'm going to Iron Pigs on Sunday. And once again, hoping weather cooperates.
Oh, boy, it's really putting down.
Then if you look out to the left, you see breaks in the clouds.
Yep. I don't yet see enough blue to mend the Dutchman's pants, but we're approaching that. Have you ever heard that one, Tony?
No, I have not.
You can use that if you'd like. But they did, I'll tell you what, the grounds crew did a great job. I bet this is, but it doesn't happen very often. You have to cover a boxing ring. Is it unusual to have any boxing over the years outside like this? Did they used to do that a long time ago?
I will tell you one I was talking about on the way up today. We were talking about when they used to have fights at the Mirage Casino in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And that's where the guy came in during the Evander Holyfield fight on the.
I think I just shrunk the picture size moving the mouse. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's the Mirage is where the guy parachuted into the ring during that Evander Holyfield fight in 1993. A couple years prior, they were having a Sugar Ray Leonard fight there in December, outdoors. Now, I don't know the logic of having an outdoor fight in December, even in Las Vegas. But he was fighting his third fight with Roberto Duran. They were both well past their primes. And it was cold. So Leonard came in the ring wearing like a blanket around him and a winter hat. And between rounds, they were actually wrapping him in a blanket. Duran was sitting in this corner and they were dousing him with water. And even the announcer said, how do you expect to keep him limber and warm if you are actually cooling him off when it's only 30 degrees out?
Yeah. Again, there's a downpour here. Again, it looks brighter to our west, but to our northwest, it doesn't look quite so bright. So let's see where this cloud cover is headed. The people all had to scramble. I'm impressed by the grounds crew. I don't know how many people were involved, maybe 10 or so. Boy, they knew right what to do, didn't they? I think they. So we're in a rain delay at our outdoor boxing here on Main Street. Summer Showdown. This Main Street is closed. We're midway between Grove and Vesper. The rain will stop. 6 more bouts to go. So when the rain does in fact stop, head on down. I like the little stool for the coaches is getting wet in front of the ring. So what's the ring is made out of? Just some composite of some kind, and the mat.
So most rings, what you'll have is you'll have a steel structure, and then you'll have boards, and then you'll have almost like wrestling mats over top of the boards.
So here we are. Hi, Bill. How's it going, buddy? Are your cameras waterproof?
Yes.
Good.
That's good.
Folks are getting to see the rain. Oh, that's very cool. Look at that shot. There you go. So we're in the canopy, the lower left side in front of the ring. We're across from Fitness Unlimited, okay? And it looks like the rain is letting up.
Yeah. Michelle almost got doused there.
Janine wants that towel back too, by the way, Bill. She was wondering where it was.
Slade bring the thunder and lightning.
Oh, can I use that? He did. Slade Severino, if they have an OW, Slade would get my vote so far, but again,
Absolutely.
I'm prejudiced.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Phillies and the Eagles. I like the Eagles' chances better than I do the Phillies, but we hope for both of them.
I
Right?
will agree with you on that. So when we were up here for the Lock Haven Boxing Show this year was February 22nd, which was 2 weeks after the Super Bowl. And the first words John said to me when I got in the booth with him, he goes, "You must be still riding Cloud 9, go Birds." I'm like, I like you already. So the next day is, I don't know if anybody heard when we were doing our last show, was I had made a bet early in the season with my dad. The Eagles had just got blown out by Tampa. And my dad goes, "Oh, it doesn't look too good, does it, Tone?" I said, "No." He goes, "I make you a bet if they win the Super Bowl, you shave your goatee off."
Okay.
And I said, "For the Super Bowl? Absolutely." So we come up to I said, "Let's do it after the Lock Haven Boxing Show." He goes, "Okay, got a deal." That night after the fights, he's telling everybody. And Jason Pletcher, one of my former teammates, is like, "Yeah, I got a pocket knife. Let's do it right here and right now." I said, "Let's not."
With a pocket knife?
With a pocket knife. So I get home the next day and I think about it all day, and I'm like, all right, it's like a fight time. It's ready to go. And I go up to the bathroom and I set up a live stream on Facebook Live. And I get there and I get my clipper out and I do the whole thing, and then I'm shaving it. And I come downstairs and my dad looks at me and goes, "You look weird." I'm like, "You made me do this." nuts. And then 2 weeks later, I had a meet and greet with Nick Sirianni, and thankfully it mostly had grown back by then.
So what do you think? They should be in a good spot, right?
Yeah, I think we should be pretty good. Let's see what it says on here.
Nice breeze, which should help dry things.
True.
John Stout's got a towel around his shoulders. Bill Crow has our towel around his shoulders.
So
some people were soaked.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was a one-piece tarp. I can't. Looks like it's pretty close to just one piece, maybe. Anyway, we're waiting for the weather to improve. It looks like better weather is getting close here pretty soon.
So just to give you a quick warning, I'm just showing what my tracker says, and I just type in Lock Haven. So 6:30, we're at 90%, which is right around right now.
Right.
Then at 6:45, we're at 24%, which is good. It's better than 90%. And then, but at 7:15, we're back up to 65%.
Don't say that.
I'm not. I'm just reading it. I'm not saying
you.
I'm not saying I'm reading.
Oh, they're taking the tarp off, or at least getting the water off. A lot of work involved in this.
Now, here's one for you.
I'm ready.
He doesn't do it anymore, but have you ever seen when there'd be a rain delay at the Phillies game?
Yeah.
Do you know one of the guys that used to be on the grounds crew was a former Lock Haven boxing national champion?
Woo! No, who's that?
Eric Tatis. He was a teammate of mine.
Okay.
He was on the grounds crew for a couple years, and the one year he came up because I was on the big screen doing the flex cam, and he's like, "You get off my screen." And we did a photo op together.
So is he a Phillies employee, or is that just during the season?
Well, no, because he's a teacher. He's a school teacher.
Okay.
But he doesn't do it anymore. But for a few years, he was on the Phillies grounds crew. He would tell us, the rain delays would be running out there and trying to get the tarp on, and the wind be whipping. And what are you doing?
Play an ad.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Probst Family Practice, proud to mark 1 year of service to Western Clinton County. Probst Family Practice, a traditional family practice with traditional family practice values. Dr. Dennis Probst and staff extend a heartfelt welcome to new patients of all ages, offering multiple care services, including same-day acute care visits. Most all insurance is accepted. Probst Family Practice, 924 Huron Avenue, Renova. Phone 927-0865 or 927-2300. With a Probst family salute to all the Renova area kids on the Keystone All-Star teams.
Hey guys, it's Troy, and I'm here to tell you that Keystone Door Solutions in Mill Hall is a proud sponsor of Clinton County sports. Made locally in Clinton County, Keystone Door is a trusted, locally owned company where we proudly install garage doors, entry doors, siding, windows, and more. Remember, when it's Keystone, it's quality. Call us today at 570-726-7864 and schedule your free estimate. Or check us out online at KeystoneDoorsPA.com.
Looking for a flexible, rewarding job? Susquehanna Transit is hiring. Whether you're a parent, retiree, or just need part-time work, we've got a seat for you. No CDL? No problem. We'll train you. Earn competitive pay, get safety and attendance bonuses, and make a difference by helping transport students in your community. We're hiring school bus drivers, aides, van drivers, mechanics, and support staff right now. Apply online at susquehannabus.com or visit us in Avis at 401 East Central Avenue. Call 570-753-5134 today. Susquehanna Transit, drive your future forward.
Every crack of the bat, every cheer from the stands. Baseball memories last a lifetime. That's why in 2017, Justin Klein founded the Clinton and Center County Baseball Hall of Fame to preserve those memories forever. Step inside and explore the history of our local baseball heroes. Located behind the Little League field on Park Street in Beach Creek, it's where the past meets the present. Visit today and celebrate the game we all love at the Clinton and Center County Baseball Hall of Fame.
Need a clear vision for the future? Crystal Vision Center is here to help. Located at 214 High Street, Suite A in Lock Haven, our experienced team, led by Dr. David A. Briggs and his associates, offers comprehensive eye care services. From routine eye exams to contact lens fittings, we're committed to providing the highest quality care. Plus, we have a wide selection of stylish eyewear to complement your unique style. Schedule your appointment today by calling 570-748-5099. Crystal Vision Center, your vision, our priority.
JC Forestry, your local forestry experts, has been caring for Clinton County woodlands for over 32 years. From timber harvesting and sales to forest management plans and wildlife habitat improvement, our experienced team provides the services you need to maximize the value of your land. Trust JC Forestry for sustainable forestry practices and expert advice. Call us today at 570-490-7776 or email us at jcforestry@comcast.net. JC Forestry, your partner in preserving the beauty of nature.
There's a lot of things that go into a great deal. And Blaze Alexander Subaru in Muncie will always go the extra mile and make them even better. Like low rates. Get 2.9% for 72 months on a 2025 Crosstrek. Or even lower. Get 0.9% for 63 months on a 25 Outback. And we've always got the full lineup of new Subarus in stock. And maybe most importantly, because of the volume of the Blaze Alexander family dealerships, we're able to give you not just hundreds, but even thousands more for your trade. Because at Blaze Alexander Subaru, we're taking the deals the other guys won't, guaranteed.
Oh, we're back. Oh, we're back. Oh,
We are back.
Teddy Pinocchio with us. We're repositioning here. The rain has stopped, hopefully for a while. So bear with us. Okay. Hey, I'm back. Okay. I think we're okay. Again,
John, let's redo that selfie.
say what?
Let's redo that selfie.
Okay. Hello.
Let's see. There we go.
All right. A roof shot from the old Addie's building. Some people remember it as the Shadles building a long time ago. Again, it's the summer showdown, and we've had a rain delay. They did a great job with a tarp. And I think we're going to resume boxing here pretty quickly. The people are filtering back in. Again, it's going to go on for a while. We only have 3 bouts in. If you're just tuning in, De Niro Reisker from Crandall University out of Canada. Decision Caleb Young out of Blockhaven. Tristan Kama from Champion Boxing out of Maryland. Won by referee stops contest medical because his opponent, Vinny Petrosini from State College, the legacy boxing and fitness program, took a rough time with his nose. Coop, how's it going, buddy?
Getting ready to go back to action.
So how's the ring, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So what is that surface like? Just like Resolite or something?
No, it's a canvas.
Canvas, that's the word.
There's like a foam over. Yeah.
Okay.
Foam underneath that.
So you guys happy with the turnout? Isn't this great?
First time,
Yeah.
I'd like to see it cleared out the other block.
You're gonna have to talk to Dave Mays. They should talk to Dave Mays and put deluxe boxes in the second and third floor windows. Let Dave make a couple.
Windows open now.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody looking down, although nothing would surprise me.
That's the first time I've seen that window open.
All right, they actually are getting ready. This should be the Solution Twizuri from Connecticut against Yusuf Al-Afrawi from Canada.
Got you something tonight.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Tony talking to, who was that?
That was us on.
Oh, okay. I like this hat, Saudi Arabia. You don't see many of those. Very cool. All right, we're ready to resume. So hopefully that's it. What's your phone say now, probability-wise here?
Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at weather. That's updated, which was about 7 minutes ago. We are at a 15%. We do have a possible 55% at 7:15. Let's hope not. 55%. It's a flip of the coin.
Exactly. Kind of like life itself, Tony.
Exactly.
Exactly. You win some and you lose some. Oh, I think that's okay. All right. Again, this should be Lucian Twizuri from Connecticut. He's standing to our left with his coach from Connecticut, going against Yusuf Al-Afrai from Crandall University. While he's back to direct things, huh?
Yeah, the Crandall boxer, the first boxer, Resquier, he impressed me. Was a very well-skilled fighter. And I'm not sure that I know much about Lucian Toisier from University of Connecticut, but the fact that he's from USummer of Connecticut leads me to believe he's another well-skilled fighter.
Here. Hi, good to see you. We're good. You? Good. We're hanging in. Enjoy the fighting. Don't get in any fights yourself. Okay, it is wonderful. Okay. I was going to say they have tables out from the Main Street Grill on Main Street, and I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't done likewise at Leo's, and people were dining out on Main Street. The fighting is on Main Street. People have brought their folding chairs, and it's an absolutely wonderful atmosphere. Again, the rain caused a problem or two. Coop, what do you got, buddy?
Well, I think we're going to skip the intermission.
Yes, go ahead.
I think we're going to skip the intermission because of the rain, and Coach Stout thinks we better keep this thing rolling. So that's what we're going to do, and hope everybody's enjoying watching the bouts. And
You have to be delighted with the turnout.
oh, this turnout is outstanding. For the first time, Coach Stout come up with a good idea.
He did.
Oh.
He absolutely did.
Yeah, he's the one that dreamed this one up. Like, buddy, if you want to do it, we'll try it. So we did.
This is quite cool.
Yep.
I've seen anything like it. Your boxers are holding their own.
Yeah, yep. John's done a great job. He's going to be here for a while, a long time. And, of course, I'm always in his corner to help him whenever he needs it.
So how did you find Crandall University?
They started coming down to Army, and then they kept coming and going different places. They go to Penn State a lot, and actually they're a part of the NCBA now. They're the only.
They're in Canada.
Yep. We got them in, and the coach is a heck of a nice man. Good coach. Here you go. Yep.
Your shades have water on them.
I'm always a little underwater.
Thanks, Ken Cooper. So did Coop coach you?
Yes.
Dr. Cox, the head coach?
Dr. Cox was the head coach. Coop was the assistant coach.
56-pound weight class, and the man in charge in the middle of the ring is Jackie.
They're all in good spirits. I mean, everybody's handling this really well.
Oh, yeah.
First boxing out of the red corner, representing the University.
So here we go. So there will be no intermission. In case you guys missed that, no intermission. They're just going to run the next 6 bouts straight through.
Representing Commonwealth University of New Brunswick, Canada, Yusuf Al-Afrai.
We got 156-pounders here.
So you try to psych the guy out when the referee's talking to him? Do you give him the stare down?
You know what? I play by ear. A lot of times it would depend. I would depend on how well I knew the guy.
Yeah.
I had a fighter try to psych me out down in Virginia one time, and it backfired against him.
This kid from Canada is doing a Jamar Billman. Was Jamar Billman at Lock Haven when you were there? I think you beat him. What year did you graduate?
98.
Yeah, he just came in after you. Jamar would jump up and down before he'd wrestle. That kid just did that. Here we go. Next LHU wrestler will be Stephen Heverly at about 5 right after this.
So I see here we have Toisier. He has a height advantage and he has a reach advantage. So, I meant to say Al-Afrai has the height and reach advantage. Toisier from Connecticut, he's got a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to height and comes to reach, and he's fighting right now on his back foot, which is going to be tough. Now he's starting to become a little bit more aggressive. Because when you remember, if you're the shorter boxer in there, you got to cut that distance down. You can't be backing up because you'll never reach the guy.
Toisier, got his name in the back of his jersey. That's cool. Again, these It's all amateur fighting. I doubt that there are any NILs in amateur boxing, right?
No,
They do it for the love of the boxing, right?
Exactly.
Which is true amateur athletics, which is pretty much by the board in every other sport. Name one that would be similar to amateur boxing. I don't think there's anything left. It's pure, probably, is what we're doing here.
You know, when I first got to Lock Haven in fall of 1994, and Dr. Cox was explaining to us the concept of a club sport similar to rugby. Many universities had rugby as a club sport. Boxing in National Collegiate Boxing Association is a club sport. There are no scholarships. And part of the reason for that, we discussed it when we had the Lock Haven Boxing Show in February, was when they gave scholarships. I think it was back in the 50s. An experienced boxer went up against a very inexperienced novice boxer, and unfortunately it ended with a fatality. And that's something you obviously never want to see on any level. And boxing got dropped by the NCAA, and it didn't come back for about 20 plus years until it came back as a club sport in the college ranks.
And it's holding up okay as far as you know.
As you see, holding up very well. Holding up very well.
There's a market for it.
Yeah.
Again, I think we're going to be okay. We keep looking to the west. I think we're going to be okay.
It looks like the clouds are breaking right now.
Red froze. Red froze. Red froze.
It's too hot to freeze.
What's that?
All right, here we go, round number 2. Bout number 4. There would not be an intermission because of the rain delay.
So it looks like Twazier is bringing more aggressiveness there, but he got turned around and he got backed up into the corner, and he got caught with a good right hand.
I like that. Nice turn on that corner.
So I'll tell you, sometimes as a judge, what would make a bout like this tough was you see both fighters are in blue. So part of the reason that it's an advantage having the one boxer with the red headgear and red gloves as opposed to the other in blue. So when the judges are looking at it, they'll know they're scoring. Okay, the blue, the boxer in the blue is landing more. I know what I'm looking for instead of looking at two guys in all blue.
Got it. So what's the state of amateur fighting in Philly, which was always a fight town, right? Is there much fighting still going on there?
Yes.
Inside a gym.
Yeah. Philly Gym Wars, legendary. But no, they do have a lot of amateur shows, and they're doing a lot of, now out of Philly, they're doing a lot of celebrity shows. And a friend of mine, whoa, did you do that, Bill?
Michelle did.
I figured so. Michelle just dropped water on us.
No problem.
They do these celebrity boxing shows, and one of the boxers that's been doing a few of them was an old sparring partner of mine from 1995. So I saw him at the Phillies home opener, and I said, "You still doing them?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well," and I told him, I said, "If you have one coming up, give me some time. But do you need a dance partner?" And he looked at me and he goes, "Me and you." I said, "One more time." Would you come down to Philly to see me fight?
Sorry?
Would you come to Philly to see me fight?
Would I?
It's me.
And you're going to make a comeback?
Maybe one of these, like, exhibition shows.
Who?
With the guy that I used to train with.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. We talked about it in March. And then it didn't materialize. But I told him, I said, if you keep doing these celebrity shows and you need a dance partner for an exhibition, you call me. Me and you, we'll put on a show.
So, there's still a lot of gyms like the boys trained at that we see in the movies and all the guys that came out of Philly.
They still got a lot of rec centers that have it to get kids off the street. I stopped at my old rec center gym a few weeks ago just to see some of the guys train. Had 3 guys getting ready for pro fights. They were, all doing well, highly skilled, and it was just great to be in there and, watching the guys work and still love the sport.
Boxing is not in the Olympics, or is it?
I think they were talking about dropping it, but I don't know if that's official. See, what happened was, and I talked to him about this. Do you remember a boxer who was a world champion, Roy Jones? Okay, Roy Jones was a
Kid
multiple.
Gavilan was the last guy I remember.
Well, Roy Jones was a
polo punch.
Roy Jones was a multiple-time, world champion, but he was an Olympic silver medalist. The only reason he wasn't a gold medalist was because the judges. Nice uppercut. The judges absolutely robbed him in Seoul, South Korea in 1988. And the robbery was so bad, they changed Olympic scoring. And unfortunately, by doing that, they ruined Olympic boxing.
Dr. Cox was involved in a lot of the international boxing
yes,
stuff,
he was.
Like Dr. Ken Cox.
Dr. Cox was the alternate team manager of the 96 Olympics team.
Okay.
So Dr. Cox used to tell us a story, because that's when I was up at Lock Haven.
Among the many stories.
Among the many. And one that he told us, he came back, that was between my sophomore and junior years. So I came back my junior year, and Doc was telling us about, a lot of the boxers from the 96 Olympics team. And he did it, Miss Roger. You gotta see this one kid on the team. He was such a pest. He used to bum quarters off the other boxers to play arcade games. Who was that boxer? Floyd Mayweather. $1 billion Floyd Mayweather used to bum quarters to play arcade games.
I'm sure Doc could tell a lot of boxing and wrestling story. He came out of Easton, right? Who was the boxer from Easton?
Larry Holmes.
Larry Holmes.
Yep.
That's where Dr. Cox, I do believe, grew up.
Dr. Cox, I know he went to East Stroudsburg. I'm trying to remember exactly where he was born. I'm drawing a blank, unfortunately.
He before he came to Lock Haven, he was at St. Cloud.
Yeah, he was in California for a while. He was truly world-renowned.
Meanwhile, this bout between Lucian Twizzeri of Connecticut and Yusuf Al-Dafrawi has completed 2 rounds. Oh, no, I think they're done.
I think that's it. That was the 3rd round. That was a good bout. That's a bout that's going to be tough to score. Yeah. You had a taller fighter.
Well, for me, because I really wasn't. I nodded off midway through the 2nd round. Again, there'll be a Lock Haven boxer, Stephen Heverly, coming out next. Stephen's the son of Steve Heverly, who was a superb athlete at Bald Eagle Nittany High School. And Stephen has a younger brother, Gavin, who's a real good wrestler at Central Mountain High School. So he's got good athletic bloodlines.
So when I checked into my hotel today, I saw, a few people sitting there in the lobby, and I saw the one guy had a boxing shirt on, so I said something to him, and he goes, "We're here with Westchester." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "I'll be at the show tonight." I said, "I'm doing the broadcast." And the young man that Stephen Heverly's fighting, he goes, "Make sure you get my name right." And he says his name. I said, "Listen, I'm Italian. I know how to pronounce Italian names." So if you're listening to this on the rebroadcast, Max Zampiri, I got your name right. I know how to pronounce Italian names.
Yeah, I've seen a lot more difficult ones than that. Penacale's not a walk in the park.
Red corner from the University of Connecticut, Lucian Twizzeri.
That's interesting. The loser bowed down, kind of. I never saw that before.
He may have been doing that as like a tribute or like a prayer. I've seen that. I've seen fighters get in the ring and do kind of like a kneel and a prayer before and sometimes after the fight.
So Connecticut, that's their 2nd boxer out, the first to win. Again, they're not concerned. These are just exhibitions. There's no team scoring or anything going on here. Again, the rain has stopped. Again, the people are milling back in, and they're seeing a great show here. How about this outfit? Where's this guy from? Westchester. You got the Westchester colors.
Max Zampiri, whose name I got right as he walked by.
They look so serious. I love the what color would you call that?
I'd call that a gold.
Gold, yeah, that makes sense. Against Stephen Heverly from Lock Haven, 147 pounds, Heverly in the crimson here. You probably don't remember when LHU was maroon and gray. Years ago, the school colors were maroon and gray. Now
they were, because when I started here in '94, we were turning our trunks over to the red and white color scheme that they're using now.
Right.
But our one boxer was a national champion. His name was Todd Steiner. Todd Steiner was 6'1", 147 pounds. Very tall, very lanky, and he used to love the maroon trunks that we had. They were like mid-thighs.
Very cool. All right. Won't be hard to figure out who to root for in this one. Stephen Heverly in the red.
Boxing out of the red corner. Representing Lock Haven University, Stephen Heverly.
Shine the spinner carry on your ring announcer. I see Mark the Shark is here. It's a who's who. Wally Quarters here. Billy Mantle, former catcher for Wawa. The Pony League is here. Or so I've been told. My sister's here. All right. So don't they have a bell for this? They just use, what are we using? All right, what are we doing now?
So, and this caught me off guard as well. If you look at the Westchester Boxers trunks, Zampiri, you don't see a waistline. So look at Heverly, you'll see he's wearing the red trunks. You see a white waistline on it.
Right.
So in college boxing, if you have the same color jersey as trunks, you should have a contrasting waistband, so that way they can tell if the punch is below the belt.
Okay, so what were they doing there then?
So I guess they were just looking to see, and they said, okay, you're in solid yellow. I mean, there's nothing they can do. They can't, make them change.
Kid from Westchester's coming out firing.
He came out, he's
yikes.
Yeah. Zampiri, he rocked back on his back foot, and then he threw an uppercut and a left hook. They didn't land solid, but I can see that he's trying to bring a lot of action here. And I'll tell you what he's doing with that lower left hand. He's trying to bait Heverly into throwing a right hand.
Okay.
By holding his lead, and he blocked two punches very well. This is a well-schooled boxer here from Westchester. So by holding that left hand low, it's called a Philly shell, right? So he's trying to get Heverly to punch, and then he's just pulling away from the punch and then countering.
Playing off that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Floyd Mayweather does a lot of that. Bernard Hopkins did a lot of that. Ooh, good one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think an 8 count might be coming soon. Yep, they're calling a standing 8 count.
Yeah.
He landed 3 solid punches there.
I mean, he sent him backpedaling on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this kid looks pretty good.
He looks very talented, and he looks very strong. Like, you can tell a fighter that has a strength to them just by the way they move in there. Like, if you're in the ring with him, just the way he touches you, you can feel like he's strong.
Yeah.
He might weigh 147 pounds. He feels like he's 247 pounds in there.
Yeah, he really, technique-wise, he might be as good as anybody we've seen here tonight so far. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah. That was the end of the first round. That was obviously a clean Zampiri round.
He's a strong kid, too.
Very strong. Seems to be very athletic. He's got quick twitch movements. And he's herky-jerky. He reminds me a lot of a young Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was like that. Very quick twitch movements, and then he'd load up and land his shots.
Again, this is about number 5. There will not be an intermission. The rain delay proved to be the intermission. And again, we think the rain is gone.
Let's hope so.
Down.
Let's hope so.
Still plenty of time to see some really good amateur boxing. And this is so unique. Tony, I think I asked you this, but have you ever seen anything like this in a downtown like this?
No, not in the downtown. The only time I've been to an outdoor boxing show was I went to a professional show at a place in Phoenixville, which is about 35 minutes outside of Philadelphia, back about 20 years ago. And it was a professional card.
I tell you what, hats off to John Stout. This was his dream, and he pulled it off. Here we go, round 2.
So I see Heverly, the first thing he did was he tried to, start the action in the beginning of that round, and we'll see if Zampiri tries to get it back from him. So Heverly landed a good right hand there, and then Zampiri just landed a good jab and a good left hook. Action's heating up in this one.
Oh my.
Boy, Zampiri just missed that right hand. And then Heverly just missed that counter left hook. I will tell you what I see from Zampiri that he does very well is he can stand right in front of his opponent and he can let him throw punches and he can just force him to miss by just by a quarter of an inch. So he's not ducking far out of the way where he can't counter. You can only make, if you make the guy miss by a quarter of an inch, that's more than enough as long as it misses. Good body shot and a good left hook.
Boy, he's not scared to drive him into the ropes.
Yeah, they're calling another standing 8 count here.
Referee checking on the welfare of Heverly. Again, the welfare of the kids is a primary concern.
Okay, it looks like Heverly's trying to establish his jab here. Best way to keep a fighter at bay is stick a jab in the face. But you cannot move straight back. That is a big no-no because you give your fighter, you give your opponent momentum. That's just like we were talking about football earlier. That's like a linebacker backing up when the running back's going towards them.
Yeah.
You're not going to make that tackle. Oh, 2 good jabs in a row.
Wow. Wow.
So these are 2 clear rounds for Zampiri. He scored 2 standing 8 counts.
While we have the break here, again, the Boxing Club wants to thank their sponsors, the Dr. Ken and Glenda Cox Foundation, Clinton County Memorials, 40 and 8, Lockhaven Moose, Lockhaven Sons and Daughters of Italy, PBCI Allen, Dave Arzona Construction, Schlesinger Communications, Stella A's, Budget Artist Photo and Design Studio, Leo's Italian and Specialty Food, LHU SAS, Clinton County Sports, Downtown Lockhaven Inc., Big Mountain Disposal, Alexander Subaru, and Bald Eagle Coatings Company. Again, assisting Coop and John Stout and their fellow coaches to stage this remarkable event. This is one they'll be talking about for a while, Tony. This is pretty cool.
Oh, this is amazing. Amazing.
You know? Here we go, round 3. Again, this kid from Westchester is programmed to go. You know, it's pretty much a blind draw, right? You don't know. Do any of these kids have reputations that would precede them coming in here?
Well, I know when I was up here, when you were when you were putting the card together, the university that would be coming would give their roster of boxers they were bringing with them. They would give their weights, and then they would give like their class, open class, novice class, so on and so forth. And then it would be up to the teams to match them together. So when you get a bout like this, you see there's going to be 4 fights at 156. They might say, well, okay, we're going to match Heverly with Zampiri because of maybe their experience. And like I said, I'm not familiar with either of these boxers, so they might be first-year boxers. This kid just happens to be a very talented first-year boxer.
So they don't have in amateur boxing like Game Changer in baseball and softball where you can look and see what other kids have done, or Max Preps where you can see box scores or anything. Is there any? Yeah. Does the collegiate organization have? Do they share stuff?
I mean, well, like, so you're putting this roster together. You might see that. Say we'll take Zampiri for argument's sake. Say he's had 3 bouts so far. Maybe he's a freshman. Say he's had 3 bouts so far, and maybe he was 2-1. He won 2 bouts, and he went to the regionals and he lost. Then you have Heverly over here. Maybe he's had 2 bouts and he's 1-1. Okay, it looks like a pretty even match. I've seen boxers that have improved from year to year. I remember a boxer that was he was 0-3 or 0-4 his freshman year, named Phil Small. I fought Phil twice. And between his freshman and sophomore year, he became a very formidable fighter. So going into his sophomore year, you look at Phil Small, you're like, oh, he's not talented, he's not good, he's not a good boxer. And then you fight him sophomore year, and he's a formidable opponent.
Yeah.
It's experience, it's training, it's just.
Heverly
is fighting back. He is fighting back, though. He is fighting back. He is fighting back. And that is the distance. He went the distance. He fought back. You got to take your hat off to him. He fought a very tough, a very aggressive, a very strong boxer, and he didn't back down. And sometimes that's a character builder. That young man just built character. And say, hey, some boxers might say, you know what? I didn't like that feeling. I didn't like that feeling, and they may not box again. And some fighters might turn around and say, this is going to make me better. Let's hope Stephen Heatherly falls into the latter where he says, this is going to make me better. And I want to box him again. I want another shot at Max Zamperi.
So how will these guys be sore for a day or two or three?
Yeah.
Does that take a toll?
Oh, yeah. You figure,
get punched in the head?
You get punched. Yeah, and remember, you're throwing punches at a high pace. Your arms are going to be sore. Your legs are going to be sore. You're bouncing around that ring. That next day, you want to sit there and say, you know what? I'm going to sit back. I'm going to throw my legs up. I'm going to relax today. Monday, I'm going to go running again because
Here comes the decision, and Heverly gave it his all, but boy, he had a tough opponent.
He had a very tough opponent. Very tough opponent.
And Zamperi is declared.
The judges' results are in, and the winner by decision in the blue corner from Westchester University, Max Zamperi.
Like I said, I met him at the hotel. Very nice young man.
Sure knows how to fight.
Actually, ironically, he only lives 10 minutes from me.
We're going to be going around the crowd doing a collection.
They're going to take up a collection. Again, a lot of expense. I'm aware that to bring in the professional staffing for this is not cheap, and so for anybody here, anything they can put in the kitty would be greatly appreciated by the boxing program at Lock Haven University. Meanwhile, we're going to get our first Buckeye in here. Aiden Poling from Ohio State University.
OSU, baby.
Anthony Vajkovic from Connecticut. Because Ohio State, I can't recall Ohio State coming to these before, but I haven't followed them probably as closely, obviously, as you have. Is Ohio State, have they had a program for a while?
Ohio State, I believe, adopted the program sometime within the last decade, and I could be wrong on that. I've seen them at some cards. I haven't really followed their program much. See, a lot of times what makes it difficult is the region a school would fall under. Like you have in collegiate boxing, you have 4 regions. You have your Northeast region, which is going to be your Lock Havens, your Penn States, your Shippensburgs, your Armies.
Right.
Then you have your Southeast region, which is going to have your Navies. Your Midwest would have your schools like, and I'm going back to a lot of the ones that I remember personally, would be like your University of Kentucky's. And then you had like your out west, you would have your Santa Clara, Air Force, University of Nevada, Reno. They're booing them. Wow, Ohio State, and Ohio Penn State fan base here. He smiled at it. He got a good laugh.
Well, I don't understand.
Look at them both. They got like their hands down here.
Yeah.
That's. Boy, they look like 2 Rock'em Sock'em robots ready to go. They really do. They get the red and the blue. And the way they got their hands held up, like they really look like 2 Rock'em Sock'em robots ready to go.
I tell you, and the sportsmanship is outstanding.
Yeah.
Where's the ones that are walking around collecting?
I'm sorry.
They're in the back, right back there. I don't know. So hold on.
All right. Somebody was looking for a place to sit down.
Well,
all right, here we go.
To donate.
Ohio State, obviously, the Buckeye, and the red with the O on the front.
Yes, I got you. I'm going to head over there quick. Thank you.
Everybody's having a good time.
So we got this fight. This is at 185 pounds. These are some of our bigger boys in there. This is the weight class that I had a few bouts in.
Okay.
I fought everywhere from 165 to heavyweight. So.
I remember those stories.
Yeah.
What do you go at now?
A little more than that. I'm in the twos now.
John Stout walking by, looking skyward. I think we're okay.
John, do an anti-rain dance for us.
We got, this is bout number 6. Got two more LHU wrestlers to go. 2 more Penn State wrestlers to go. Again, Clinton County Sports with the live coverage here. Quite the event. Right from a month plus of Little League play into outstanding amateur boxing right here on Clinton County Sports.
Silovic Vakovic is trying to back him up with his jab. Staple of the University of Connecticut team. They're a well-schooled organization under Mike Camposano. Campy.
Do most teams, clubs train over the summer? Is this unusual?
It is. Like I said, when I was at Lock Haven, we would break for the summer. I would leave mid-May, and I would not come back until end of August, early September. And I would train down in Philly. I would, spar down there. I would really work on technique and, work on things down there. And then I would come back, and I wouldn't be in fight shape, as they call it, quote-unquote fight shape.
Right.
But I wouldn't be, like, completely out of shape. I still would have had some training in me. Then I would restart my running program when I got up here. So, but this, I guess, a lot of the Lock Haven boxers are locals. You have fighters like Rocco Stark, Caleb Young, fighters that are local that they can keep, continuing.
Yeah, that's why they're 5 Central Mountain grads, and it's perfect for that. And, that certainly helps for the future of the program, that they can get in with the coaching they have here to develop their skills. Pleasant evening right now, no sunshine.
Yeah, not
no
too
rain,
hot, not too hot.
I think we're home free.
Well, knock on wood. I mean, I'm still
Don't even
following my
look,
tracker.
don't look, I'm telling you, don't look. What do you think?
Well, we might hit another pocket.
No, don't say that.
I don't want to say, but it says 87% and they're at 7:15.
No.
I don't want to say that, but
I don't see any rain.
I mean, you don't trust a guy named Tornado with the weather forecast?
No, all the more reason not to. This has been relatively passive compared to that last one.
Yeah, true. We had funnel clouds about a mile from my house the other night. I missed them. I was down in my city office. I was so upset.
Again, don't be confused that crimson red jersey's Ohio State, not LHU. As you can clearly see from the big O right in the center. Again, it's a club sport. They do it for the love of boxing. I would think this won't hurt Coach Stout's program. Just staging this with the crowd here and the publicity they're going to get out of this. This is a pretty big stuff.
Nice right hand by the Ohio State boxer.
I think, if anything, the crowd's as big, if not a little bigger, than it was when it started.
Yeah, I mean, we had a little puddle here for a little bit, right by my left foot. But it seems like it's...
So the Phillies game's about to start.
I won't float away.
You all right, Coop? Good show, buddy. Let's do it again. Let's do one in August. One in September. Come on, once a month. So this one, pretty even up.
Pretty even up, but I think the Ohio State boxers started to take control in that round. he was starting to land some good jabs. He was starting to land some body shots in there.
So the Phillies are playing the Yankees about to start. What's the over-under on home runs Taiwan's going to give up tonight?
Against, well, he might give up 4 to Judge alone. They had me wound up the other night. I'm perpetually wound up as it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My dad yells at me sometimes. He goes, "Why are you so loud?" I said, in 1981, I remember a man that made an Eagles banner for the Super Bowl, and then he cut it down mid-game. He's like, and I said, with a machete? He goes, it wasn't a machete, it was a hunting knife. I said, oh, good, you just admitted it.
What? What's the story again? Tell me that one again.
So when I was when I was 4 years old, the Eagles were
when
playing.
You were 4 years old.
The Eagles were playing in Super Bowl 15 against the Raiders, and my dad made a tarp. He made a banner in the front yard that said Eagles, and I have a picture. I'm 4 years old standing in front of it, and then I remember a lot of bad words, and I said a big machete cutting it down. He goes, it wasn't a machete, it was a hunting knife. And I said, oh, so you just admitted it. And I said that, and I said, where did I learn to be so wound up? From you.
Yeah, well, I bet you didn't have a Jim Constanti T-shirt in 1950. Top that.
What was that?
Jim Constanti was a pitcher for the Phillies that lost 4 games in a row to the Yankees in the 50 World Series. You apparently missed that.
Yeah.
That was my first sports T-shirt, Jim Constanti. Google it. All right. Again, there'll be a lock-even boxer coming up next.
We were talking the other night. The Phillies won a game on catcher's interference.
Yeah,
the game, and they said it was the first time since 1971. I said, yeah, I don't remember that game. Then my mom will kick in. She goes, well, you weren't born yet. I said, can't get nothing by you, Mom.
So you're back on the Harbor bandwagon?
I never got off. But I'm a big short. I did not get off.
I think it's interesting, and again, we're digressing. Again, Lock Haven will be out the next bat. It seems to me that the city has embraced Schwarber more than they have Harbor at this point. The Schwarber's kind of got that Eagles mentality.
Yeah. Well, I had
just shows up and does his job.
I was interviewed at a game a couple years ago, and they came up to me and they said, hey, Tony Tornado, if you could have anybody on the Phillies to hold your back in a bar fight, who would it be? I said, Kyle Schwarber. I said, because the way he turns that left-handed bat, I said, he could throw a good left hook. I said, he could be my bar fight partner any day. And one of my friends that was here when I was at Lock Haven, he goes, Schwarber would be lucky to have you on his side. I'm like, oh, thank you. Way to make me feel good.
Okay, there you go. All right, again, this is Ohio State and Connecticut, but coming up, Lock Haven, Connecticut in the next bout, then Ohio State, Penn State in the 8th bout, and the grand finale, Rocco Stark from Lock Haven against Sam Zablotny from Penn State.
Well, the Ohio State fighter looked like he took over at the end of that. So
this is bout number 6 on the 9-bout card. Again, a pleasant evening right now, and I'm telling you, I don't see any rain. But then again, we didn't see the last one.
We didn't see it either.
It just started raining. We're sitting here doing the.
So let me ask you a question, John.
Go ahead, I'm ready.
If we can, and I always speak about him in the third person, but if we can get my alter ego here tonight in the hat and the cape, are you gonna get a photo with him?
Oh yeah, is he going to charge me $20?
No. He might even have a rare autographed item for you.
All right, okay. All right, here comes the decision coming up. Again, Ohio State and Connecticut. Somebody won.
I'm thinking it's Poland from Ohio State. I think he really took over the last 2 rounds. The first round was very tame.
The judges' results are in this bout, the 185-pound weight class. The winner by decision in the red corner from Ohio State.
I nailed it, yeah.
You nailed it.
He just outworked him the last 2 rounds.
You got it. All right, and again, they keep them moving here, sports fans. Nehemiah Omo-Osagie. Am I saying the last name correctly?
You are.
Good. That's important. Local guy, local kid.
I was, when his father was boxing, I was doing one of his bouts, and I was like, I had to make sure I got it right.
Yeah.
And there's one of my favorite human beings to my left right now. No, you're good, bro.
He's fighting Amir Farood from Connecticut.
They were like, oh, the announcer, and I was thinking you were going to be the announcer, but you're doing the television.
I'm doing the broadcast. I'm the voice of a lot of people boxing now.
Just make sure you pronounce the name right.
Again, boxing in the downtown. There is to be band music. Hopefully that rain didn't wash away the band performing here. Scheduled for right about now. Don't know. All right, Omo-Osagie, 139 pounds, out of Central Mountain High School. 5 Central Mountain kids. That is really amazing. On the LHU boxing roster. Again, Leo's is open. The Old Corner Grill is open. You can come and get something to eat, or the Main Street Grill, excuse me, the Main Street Grill. The Old Corner is obviously out the street open, but the Main Street Grill right here on Main Street and Leo's are both open. All right, the official checking the boxers, making sure everything's lined up correctly.
So we got a 139-pounder here, which is the lightest bout on the card.
So the headgear they wear, is there a certain amount of space? You know, what's to prevent somebody from having a headgear that covers more of his face? Is there a control on that?
Yes, there's a control on that. Like they have training headgears that sometimes they'll have like a nose control in case like you've had a nose injury in the past. They'll have certain headgears that have big cheek protectors out there. Some boxers don't like the cheek protectors. The main focus of a headgear is if you look at them up close, you will see that they cover the eyebrows. The main function of a headgear is to prevent eyebrow cuts, especially if you clash heads.
So is this Nehemiah's dad here? He looks like he's still in fighting weight. He looks a little tense. He is. That'd be tough to watch a kid.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So we have the boxer from UConn, Farood. He's really pulling a lot with his jab, and so it's almost like he's trying to blind his opponent. He's trying to blind Omo-Osagie. Using his jab out there, he's trying to. So as they're telling him right now, they're telling Nehemiah, you got to use your jab, but you got to stick it. You know, don't slap it out there. Stick it, because if his opponent's trying to just flick his jab, you stick that jab, you land yours, where his is just a showpiece. And what did he do? He just landed that jab.
So you got to figure this kid grew up with a father that boxed, that he's got some background growing up, obviously.
DDT, keep it simple. DDT, keep it simple.
So he's telling him keep it simple in there, like don't try to do anything. Because this fighter he's flicking a lot of punches out, but he doesn't have Farood does not have a lot of authority on him, and he just got caught with a good counter from Omo-Osagie.
DDT, he's waiting.
Coach Osahan over here, giving some good instructions right next to us. Nehemiah just landed a very good right hand over the top. He's telling him to fire, which means he's like, pull that trigger. You know, you find that range and let it go.
He should put a headset on his dad.
He should.
He's very restrained, but very helpful.
Yeah. Well, that's the coach in him. I mean, he was a very good boxer, but also a very good coach. And he's right. You got to let the hands go.
Okay.
Now, he moved to the side, but he didn't retreat.
Okay.
And he let the fighter chase him, but his opponent Farood didn't land anything. That was a very good round for Omo-Osagie.
Yeah, you think he won that one?
He won that round, yes, absolutely.
Again, Central Mountain grad, Nehemiah Omo-Osagie. End of round 1. 2 more bouts after this. Summer Showdown 2025 here in Clinton County Sports. And again, thanks to Dave Kelly and Alexander Subaru for allowing Clinton County Sports to be here to present it for you. And I think we're going to be okay
We're looking good. We're down to 15% all throughout the rest of the evening. So
yeah, we're done. We're good. We only have 2
My
to go.
anti-rain dance worked.
There you go. There you go.
The tornado told Mother Nature to keep it in check because he wants to suit up and get his photo with you.
We'll assume that's going to work out for us.
Yeah.
This is interesting. All these a lot of boxing types here. How do you explain that? They love the sport, right?
Yeah. And Lock Haven Boxing has been popular for 40 years now. You know, the program was established in 1978. Gary Rosado, who was a very highly respected amateur and professional referee, started the program. He started it with Jimmy McNally, who was the longtime coach of the U.S. Naval Academy prior to his retirement. They got Dr. Cox to start the program, and the Lock Haven University Boxing Club has been well respected for 40 years. I know even during my good, nice right hand by Omo-Osagie. This program, like our shows back that we would have at the Thomas Fieldhouse, would draw over 3,000 people. And a very electric 3,000 people. I had some of my bouts that I still have on YouTube. Nice uppercut.
There we go. So why was that stoppage?
So that stoppage was Farouk complained that he felt that Osagie held them and then landed an uppercut, but the referee didn't call a break in the action. Ray Barone is a legendary referee and a legendary coach for the U.S. Military Academy, the Army, and you know, he didn't see a foul in there where the other fighter tried to claim there was one. Nice right hand by Omo-Osagie. He's boxing very well in there. He's holding his range. He's not retreating. He's not coming forward reckless. He landed a body shot in there. He's sharpshooting from the outside, which is, you can tell he's a highly skilled and well-coached boxer.
So was his dad a national champ?
Yeah.
So he knows what he's talking about.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
One of my favorite guys right there.
Yeah. I'm sure you can hear him, folks.
So Farouk there ducked his head away and ducked his head away, and when Omo-Osagie landed a punch, they could have said, oh, he hit him towards the back of the head, but he didn't. It was the other fighter turning away.
So how do you score that one? Pretty even?
No,
LHU?
that's a clear LHU round.
Okay.
Clear LHU round. He boxed very well from that round. He kept him at bay, and then he landed sharpshooting punches. He landed jabs, and then he landed right hands effectively.
So I'm thinking he may just be an incoming freshman. Is that right? Ask his dad.
What year is he?
Freshman.
He's going into a sophomore. He's going into a sophomore
been there
year.
1 year. Okay. Kid looks not bad. The kid's So what's their coach saying?
Campy's a very good coach. He's a lot of experience. So he's got to be telling him, you're down on the cards right now. Okay, Doc Adams is going to check him. So I'm not sure if he took a few solid punches that round that they want to take an evaluation on him just to make sure his eyes are okay, that he's not dilating in a certain way that could show that maybe he took a blow where he could be concussed. Sometimes they'll ask questions. I know Coach Coop was actually refereeing one of my bouts one time, and I got hit and I was given a standing 8 count. And Coop asked me, where are you? And I felt like a kid in school because I didn't know where I was. Like, and I was like, then I remembered, and I yelled at him, Mansfield. I might have threw an expletive when I said Mansfield. He goes, okay, Tone, just making sure you're okay. Oh, he made him miss 2 big wide shots there. So it looks like Farouk might be getting a little bit desperate, and if he starts swinging wild, a sharpshooter from the outside, just like that, lands a right hand, steps back, waits till he comes in, lands a left hook. Nice move, pivot right out of that corner. Dr. Cox would be so proud right now. And a counter right hand. Omo-Osagie is boxing extremely well. The crowd's loving it. Landed a counter right hand. Pushed him off a little bit. Ray Barone saying, don't do that.
Don't crowd yourself. Stay in ring. Punch it from there. Yeah,
there you go.
Punch it from there.
So, like I said in the last bout, he's making a miss by a quarter of an inch. That's all you need. Make a miss by a quarter of an inch. As long as that punch doesn't land, it doesn't land. And he wobbled him really good with that one. His knees buckled there. They're giving him an 8 count. Looking in his eyes, this might be it.
Yeah.
This might be it. He looks a little wobbly.
I hate when that happens. There's little kids
he's
down
okay.
to our right who are just following every punch, having a wonderful time.
They're letting him go on. Let's see if Omo-Osagie can close the show. He landed a combination and the bell rang.
All right, we're going to be stunned if Nehemiah Omo-Osagie is not declared the winner. Because he really, from start to finish.
He won that. He boxed very impressively there. Very, very, very impressive young man.
So LHU, Severino was a winner. Heverly did not win. Young did not win.
2-2.
Omo-Osagie, we're pretty confident.
If he didn't win this fight, I'm going to change my name.
And then Rocco Stark will be the finale here.
Yeah. If he didn't win that battle, I'm going to change my name from Tornado to Gentle Breeze.
I'm sorry?
If he didn't win that battle, I'm going to change my name from Tornado to Gentle Breeze.
Here we go.
It's like a Frisbee.
The judges' results are in, and the winner by decision in the red corner.
There you go. That was a popular decision.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd say Taiwan gave up a home run in the first inning to Bellinger. It's 1-0 the bad guys. All right, coming up next.
We got Ohio State versus Penn State.
Yeah, that's a good one. Something going on there.
Ohio State versus Penn State.
That's good. Not sure how to pronounce the first name of the Penn State. Michael, perhaps it's Michell.
Yeah, maybe Michelle.
Sarnatero from Penn State. Diallo Sol from Ohio State. And then the grand finale, Rocco Stark from Lock Haven against Sam Zablotny from Penn State. And I think we're going to be okay.
I think we're going to be okay.
I think we're going to get through this one in one piece. Again, Central Mountain kids are 2-2 here. 5 participants in this wonderful John Stout, Ken Cooper, and the coaching staff have really put on quite the show here. People, something they've never seen before, I'm sure, for 99% of the people here. And it was free. They passed a hat. Again, there are considerable expenses in staging this. And again, we talked about the advertisers who stepped up to help the boxing club to put this event on. Ken and John certainly thank them.
So they said maybe it could be a type because it looked like they said Mitchell. Plus there's no T in the Mitchell.
Oh, okay. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Let's call them that. We haven't had that. Is he the first Penn State boxer?
No, we had Penn State earlier. We had
yeah.
Oh, maybe we didn't have Penn State earlier.
Yeah. The last 2 will be from Penn State.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Whoa. This is a free swinging bout here. So we got the shorter, stockier Bouter Sanataro from Penn State against a very tall, lean and lanky Saul from Ohio State. So it looked like Sanataro, he's bringing heat from the start.
Wow.
And these two are not taking a breath.
I call this a Donnybrook.
Yeah.
Let me write that down.
As a legendary wrestling announcer, Jim Ross say it's a slobber knocker.
Exactly.
We got a Penn State cheering section over here. So I saw what Sanataro was doing there. He was bouncing in and out, and he was looking to set up his opening. Bouncing in and out, trying to get Saul to make him move. And then when he saw it, he leaped in. He leaped in with a left hook there as well. He's putting a lot of pressure on Saul because he doesn't want to give him room to use those long arms.
I'll tell you what, Bill Crowell and Wally Corder have done a great job setting up the equipment for this. Clear as a bell, very cool on Clinton County Sports. Pace has slowed a little bit.
Yeah, they were free swinging earlier. Sometimes you don't realize how long that round is.
Tell me again how long each round lasts.
In collegiate boxing, the rounds are 2 minutes with a 1 minute break, and that 2 minutes sometimes can feel like 2 hours. When your arms are tired and that those lungs are burning, those 2 minutes can feel like 2 hours in there.
The street lights just came on. All right, who are these kids? What's going on here? I think we're being attacked. I'm not sure what they're looking at. Something behind us.
Yeah.
All right, we just finished round 1 here. So Penn State's had a long-standing. They collegiately, they were good when it was an NCAA sport. If my memory, well, not my memory, but I've read that Penn State has a long-standing boxing tradition.
And Penn State was.
I think Lock Haven too. I think maybe Lock Haven. Many years ago when it was a collegiate sport. That'd be a good thing to research.
Lock Haven State University, as it was called. Then during the club sport years, I mean, I can't tell you how many Penn State boxers and how many bouts at Penn State that I had. And I'll tell you what was funny. When you boxed for Lock Haven and you were boxing on site at Penn State, if you were boxing a Penn State fighter, you were enemy number 1. If you were boxing somebody from like Navy or Army, then they pulled for you. So I went one bout, I was fighting a guy from Navy, and they were cheering me because I hit the guy, and they were giving him a standing 8 count. And I looked out in the crowd, and they were all like waving me on. And I'm like, I'm not used to this here. And then the next bout, I was boxing a Penn State guy, and they were booing me from start to finish. But you know what it means? It means they respected me. That means that they knew that I was going to give them a good show, and that I was going to leave it all out every time. And it was like, win or lose. I mean, when I went back the year after I graduated, one family pulled me aside and they said, it's not right coming to a show here and not seeing you on it. We've been like accustomed to you for 4 years now, and it's hard to see you on the other side. And they said, we may have booed you a lot, but that's because we respected you, and in a way we liked you as well. I'm like, well, that felt
sorry. So how are you seeing this one?
I like Sanataro from Penn State. Sanataro, I should say. Sanataro from Penn State. He was putting a lot of pressure on. He's backing up a little bit now, but he was doing that to try to get Saul to throw one of those punches that he could come over the top. Does look like Sanataro is sucking a little bit of air, but he just landed a wide looping left hook. Saul took it. He landed another. That's the end of round 2.
So when they tie up like that, if the guy, you lose, obviously you don't lose points if you just wrap your arms.
So if you get into a clinch, and it happens, the referee will say break. And when they say break, you don't punch, you let go, you step back. then they'll say box, you know.
So you have so much, I mean, if you hang there, you're going to, obviously, it's going to be costly.
If you keep holding on, you keep hanging on, you keep clinching, then the referee might say, like, he can see that the clinch is being initiated by you, and he may say to you, and it'll take almost like a referee, no holding, you know, it'll do the referee signal.
Right.
And then he might say, you do it again, we're going to take, and we'll say, we could take a point.
Yeah.
And then if he does take a point for excessive holding, he'll walk to each of the judges, and he'll say 1 point, and he'll do like the holding signal, holding, I want to say 10 yards, you know, first down, but he'll say, you know, 1 point holding, 1 point holding, that way all the judges know to remove a point from the boxer that is initiating the holding and the clinching.
Do you know who the Penn State coach is?
You know, I am not familiar with him. I'll tell you, you know who he looks like, which I know is obviously not. Ooh, nice right hand by the Sanitaro.
Whatever he told him, he's doing it.
The Penn State coach, Alex, and I don't know him personally, looks a lot like Tommy Morrison. Now we know it's not Tommy Morrison because Tommy Morrison passed away. He was a professional boxer. He had fights with George Foreman, but he also played Tommy Gunn in Rocky V.
Nice right hand. Interesting to know how these kids got drawn to boxing. You know, what drew you to want to do this? Or had you already had that? I think you did tell that story that your old man said you were in fights all the time, so go box or something.
Well, I used to do that. I used to get in fights because no matter what I did, I wasn't that good. I wasn't leaving a mark. And you know, I played football. I'd play, but I was a rotational player. I wasn't the captain. I wasn't the superstar. I tried to get in school. I would try to, you know, join different clubs, and I wouldn't make the club. I wouldn't get elected. And finally, I was like, well, maybe people will notice me if I get in fights. And how stupid that is, but that was my stupid 15, 16, 17-year-old mentality. And then it was like, you know, maybe I can box. Maybe if I can fight in the ring, people will notice me. And I trained, and then that was one of my trainers even said to me one day, he goes, you know, when you come to the gym at night, I know you're an 18, 19-year-old kid, you want to go out, you want to, you know, you got all this energy. I'm going to train you until you're so exhausted. When you leave tonight, you're going to go to bed. And that way I know you're not getting in trouble. And I know you're not getting in fights. Yeah.
So it looks like both these guys might be tiring a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's, man, he landed that big overhand right. Oh, he landed it again. He doesn't have much snap on that last one. But I think Sanitaro is trying to finish strong to get this decision. And I think he pulled it out.
We'll find out now, and then
it's the big Kaboozy.
Then the big one. Rocco Stark. Under the Leo's banner. Have you been able to get into Leo's when you get to town?
I got
best hoagies, best everything.
They were mad at me because I didn't stop
Italian
in
bread,
today.
pepperoni bread to die for.
Because when I got my parents in town, they wanted to eat something real quick, and then by the time I got into town, it was like, let's just eat real quick, that way we can relax and I can get here. And then they're like, you can eat here. I'm like, we already ate. I'm like, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault.
Well, you should see if you can get a loaf of pepperoni bread to take back to Pelly, if they still have any left. Leo's an old Navy guy, started the business, and the daughter took over, and it's just a mainstay in the downtown now. They're great people. Oh, here comes, this kid looks programmed to go for Penn State. He has tattoos. I haven't seen that many kids with tattoos. Is that unusual?
Well,
I see you,
looks like Rocco Stark has a few.
Yeah.
Actually, funny, I only had one during my Lockhaven boxing years, which I got my senior year, which was my first one.
Well, here we go.
Blue corner, Penn State University,
All right, we got one to go.
This is the big one.
Bout number 9 on the 9 bout card. Well, now 2 innings in, and Taiwan's right on schedule. 2 home runs surrendered. Coop, how do you see this one, buddy? Were you going to be okay here?
This is going to be one of the best bouts of the day.
Okay.
All
Ken
right.
Cooper says this is going to be one of the good ones. Penn State and Lock Haven. Okay. Rocket getting ready. John Stout in his corner. Who else is over there with him?
Comanche Garcia,
okay.
a multiple-time national champion. So we got 2 national champs on the corner here.
John was like a 120-pound linebacker at Lock Haven. He was a tough football player. All right, the crowd's pumped for this one. The rain never came back. We're going to go out on a blaze here. Everybody be pulling for Rocco.
Introducing the principals. First, boxing out of
A lot of people standing, a lot of people seated.
University, Sam Zablotny.
So 156 pounders.
Boxing out of the red corner, representing Lock Haven University, Rocco Stark.
All right, they look like they're ready to go. They look like 2 bulls in a china shop.
Final bout, here we go.
There we go. Zablotny came out of that corner. Zablotny landed a right hand over the top there. So he's trying to establish a home for that right hand. So Rocco's trying to set up his jab here. Ooh.
Slip as much as anything, right? Although that was a pretty hard hit. So what did the referee call that?
They called that a slip. I don't know if they tied their feet up and then Zablotny hit him with the right hand to the body. That right hand to the body definitely did not feel good. I could hear an oof in there. And I don't know if that was the force of Zablotny throwing the punch or Rocco taking it. So if you hear, Zablotny does it well, and Dr. Cox used to focus on this. When he throws a punch, he exhales very hard. He makes an oomph sound. And the reason you do that, one, it sounds great. So the judges hear that one. They hear when he throws a punch. The other reason you do that, it nice left uppercut by Rocco. The other reason is if, say Rocco steps in and lands a body shot when Zablotny's punching, if Zablotny doesn't tense his stomach muscles by exhaling out hard, you tense your stomach muscles. If Rocco lands a counter body shot and he's not tense like that, it knocks the air right out of you, and that might end the fight right then and there. It's called knocking the wind out of you.
So what do you think here? Pretty even.
Yeah, very even. Rocco just landed a very good jab. So Zablotny came out very fast. He landed a couple overhand rights that were very effective. Then he landed that body shot. But then Rocco started setting the distance. He started establishing his jab. He landed a couple right hands in there. So this is a very close first round. And Rocco's landed a few good body shots as well. That was a very close first round. Very close. Zablotny did well early. I thought Rocco started taking over in the second half of that round. Hard round to score.
1 round in, 2 to go. So do they have to? They can't make it 20-20. It has to be, somebody has to be awarded the round.
If the round is completely dead even, you can award a 20-20 round. You can. That could have been a 20-20 round.
Do they give you the result? Do they give you the breakdown after it's over? The point totals or not?
Yes. So they don't announce it. They'll just say winner out of. But then, you know, whoever the NCDA chair would be, Dr. Cox, when I was there, he would get it and he would say the scores. He'd be like, okay, in this bout, Caleb and Verskier, it was boom, 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 and he would show the scoring of each round.
That night or
no? Dr. Cox would get it and then he would share it with us that week.
That's interesting. Okay.
So he might say, you know, Tony, you had this bout, you won, and here were the scores. And this judge, you won 4 judges to 1, and the one judge gave it against you. And then he would show all the scores.
Here we go, round 2.
Zablotny just landed a very good jab, forced Rocco to stop in his tracks. I will tell you what I see here, and Rocco looks, I would say, a little bit more fluid of a boxer. Zablotny looks a little bit tight in there. His punches look very tight. He's very strong, but his punches look tight. He doesn't look loose. Rocco looks a little bit looser. His punches have a little bit more snap to them. Zablotny might be physically stronger, but I think Rocco's a little bit crisper and snappier. Snappier, I don't know if I just made that word up, but I'm going with it. So you see, Zablotny loads up a lot on the shots. He looks for that one big punch, but Rocco's throwing 2 and 3 at a time. So he threw one punch there. He's trying to throw one right hand there. Rocco just threw a double left hook. So he's throwing, so you threw that one big uppercut. You miss a punch like that, that takes some of your gas tank down.
1 minute. So
that is a great question. I mean, he's putting his hands really high. Maybe his arms are getting a little bit tired. And he's trying to raise them up and get get the blood flowing through them.
Okay.
But if you do that in the ring, you're in a way giving. It's like a tell in poker. You're giving a tell that maybe your arms are getting tired.
All right, 2 rounds.
He sat on that stool pretty hard. Now Rocco's standing between rounds, which is something I always like to do because I just feel it lets you expand more. It lets you expand your lungs more. It doesn't, obviously you're not taking the weight off your legs, but it lets you expand your lungs. I used to lean back in the corner, that way I was, keeping the weight on my rear end, leaning in the corner, and then my lungs could expand.
How do you like that roof shot? Isn't that cool?
That is really cool. I mean, our audiovisual team did a great job setting up all the cameras, withstanding the Mother Nature, a little downpour on us.
Final bout of the night. Been a great show here on Main Street. Main Street Summer Showdown 2025.
Final round.
Here we go. Final round. Great evening here.
They're coming out touching gloves at a sign of respect. Zablotny's trying to put more pressure on him. He's coming in, charging pretty hard, but Rocco's trying to meet him right in the middle there. Rocco's landed a good left hook on the counter. Got him with a feint.
There you go.
Well, Zablotny, boy, does put a lot of pressure on. He is a physically imposing boxer in there. Good body shot by Rocco. You get hit with a good body shot like that, it feels like it takes like 10 minutes out of your gas tank. Ooh, couple good counter back and forth punches there. Zablotny's mouth seems a little bit open. Looks like he's gasping for some air there. Oh, good shot he landed on Rocco. Rocco's took it well, came right back on it. Yep. Ooh, landed a good jab, stopped him in his tracks. Zablotny lined up for a big right hand. That was a good opportunity for a counter right hand. There he landed it. He just missed that one. One, two. We're in the last few seconds. We're going to end with a bang here. He's stepping back. Rocco could tell he was a little bit winded when he threw that, and he stepped back. And he said, let's go.
Great bout. Great bout. I don't know. Pretty even, Steven. That's a tough one. What do you think?
That's going to be tough to score, but I do have Rocco pulling it up. That third round, So Blotny did land some good shots in there, but you could tell a lot of times he stopped and he showed that he was fatigued, and Rocco came in towards him.
So you beat up on a guy for 6 minutes. After it's over, are you buddy? Go out and have a beer together? What do you do?
I've had a lot of guys.
You hate the guy forever?
No. Most of the guys that I boxed against became friends. I had one guy I boxed against, Tim Scott from Penn State, national champion, and we bumped into each other at the one movie audition for Rocky Balboa in 2005, and he realized I just had my appendix out, and he made sure to take care of me to get back to my vehicle. And then we ended up going to a fight in Atlantic City together.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you think Rocco's okay?
I think Rocco pulled that one out. That was a close fight. That was a tough young man, very strong young man that he boxed against.
All right, they're coming into the center of the ring. This was the headliner.
Yeah, check out this crowd, man.
Only one's going to win it. We're pretty sure. Here it comes.
They don't have to draw. I think Summer Showdown 2025 is a big success. A nice round of applause to all of our sponsors working behind the scenes to make this possible. Wonderful job all around. So again, we'll announce the Outstanding Boxer and the Sportsmanship Award as soon as we can, so we hope you'll stick around for that. But now we have the judge's decision. The final bout of the evening, and the winner by decision in the red corner.
There you go.
That was great. A very good college bout there. Very good college bout. Entertaining, great sportsmanship. Look, they put the medals on each other, man. What a stroke of sportsmanship.
Great bout. No crowds right up at the ring to get their picture. Well, Tony, quite the show, buddy.
Absolutely.
So what are your thoughts on the environment that the coaching staff created here on Main Street?
Yeah, I can't say enough good things about the whole university club, from the coaches, Stout, Comanche, Osahan, Coop, everybody that worked to put this together. The ring staff, they got us a rain delay without breaking it too much. Our audio-visual, I mean, they did a great job, everybody.
And the boxers for summer, out of season, seemed pretty good to me.
Very good. You didn't really see anybody that seemed like they were out of shape. Nobody was really gassed at the end. I mean, some guys were fatigued.
John Stout. What are we going to do here now? A special presentation?
So this is the Sportsmanship Award. This is going to Vinny Petrocchini. Young man, he's the one that got stopped with the bloody nose. He got the Sportsmanship Award there, which means that he showed, good sportsmanship, in a bout that he may have not have won, but
he just won. From Lock Haven University,
Rocco Stark, outstanding boxer.
Okay, so what Rocco just win?
Outstanding boxer of the event.
Good choice. Great choice.
Absolutely.
I assume his grandfather Leo's somewhere down there by Leo's watching this. Very proud. So Coach Stout and Boxer Stark, first annual, Sean Carey says. Great show. Tony, appreciate working with you, buddy.
Always, John, always. I'm going to go into my alter ego in a few minutes that way.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to wrap things up here, okay?
All right,
you're
sounds
good to go.
All right.
Coming back for the fall one?
Fall one is always tough for me, just because it depends on the weekend it is.
Okay.
Just
well,
depends
when
on
you
the
get
weekend.
back, you have an open invitation to be
Absolutely.
here, okay?
Thank you.
That goes without saying. Tony Panikel knows his stuff, helps us out, helps us make a really good show. Hope that you have enjoyed this here on the Record Online. Wally, I've gone months and months without doing that. Wait, let me check. Hold on. Let me check my... Clinton County Sports. Again, Lock Haven University boxers, go 3-2. Caleb Young edged out at 156 pounds to De Niro Rice-Kerr of Crandall University. Slade Severino won a decision for Lock Haven at 185 over Declan Kerr of Connecticut. Then we had Stephen Heverly falling to Max Zempiri from Westchester University, a decision. Nehemiah Omo-Osagie with a solid win at 139 for Lock Haven over Amir Faroud from Connecticut. And then the final bout of the night, Rocco Stark in a close bout, but Rocco the winner over Sam Zablotny, hard-earned, and he earned it, and he earns the Outstanding Boxer Award, your winner at 156 pounds. Again, our thanks to Dave Kelly and Alexander Subaru for providing coverage here on Clinton County Sports. And the Boxing Club wants to thank their sponsors who help make this event available free of charge in downtown Lock Haven. They are Dr. Ken and Glenda Cox Foundation, Clinton County Memorials 40 and 8, Lock Haven Moose, Lock Haven Sons and Daughters of Italy, PBCI Allen, Dave Barzona Construction, Schlesinger Communications, Stella A's, Budget Artist Photo and Design Studio, Leo's Italian and Specialty Food, LHU SAS, Clinton County Sports, Downtown Lock Haven Inc., Big Mountain Disposal, Alexander Subaru, and Bald Eagle Coatings Company. John Lopez for Tony Pennicale, Bill Crow, Wally Corder, wishing you a good evening from Main Street, downtown Lock Haven, Summer Showdown 2025.